Oh my gosh! Look at us! Hello, welcome to Dungeons and Dunderheads. Every time.
That's fine. I'll just kill myself.
Redo.
David.
Okay, cut all that.
Cut. Cut. This isn't live, right?
It's been live for 30 seconds.
Nope.
If
We'll do it live.
If
We'll do it live.
It gets fucked up in the forest and no one's around to watch it.
Well, I was gonna say we're a bunch of chucklefucks that play D&D, but you already saw that part.
Even when we're not
When do we get to be
playing
fucks?
We are chucklefucks that play D&D.
Yes.
Chocolates and fucklets.
Chocolate and fucklets. Bunch of chocolate. Dunderhead tagline: chocolates and fucklets.
And this is why Jose Cuervo is not going to sponsor us.
Well, it's because we don't have Jose Cuervo. That's a different tequila.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no alcohol on this
I
table.
am a chocolate and I fucklet.
Now there's less alcohol on the table.
All right. Fuck Jeremy. Fuck that guy.
Now, Jeremy and I just traded places. Huh? Now he has half a face.
Are you satisfied?
Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with your
There we
care?
go.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
I didn't even.
I'm
look.
in the middle.
I need
I
more
have main
alcohol.
characters.
Roll a natural 1, you get some.
Excellent.
Hey.
Let me just
Hold on.
get this,
I think I
get this
can
out
do
of the way right now.
All right.
And I'm gonna have to go through this in editing, and it's gonna be like 5 minutes of shut the fuck up, and then like we're just talking about stuff before the actual recap.
Yeah, which I'm about to do, so I'm going to try and keep it only to 2 minutes. Last time,
Legend.
you guys spent 95% of the session inside the tavern talking. But, all important things.
Okay.
You guys unpacked a lot of the trauma from the last few days. Yeah.
Something I'm unable to do
I
in
had
real
that
life.
written down.
A lot of trauma.
You guys made yourself feel better under... I forgot about that!
Uppies. It's a character from your campaign where he was like, "Give me uppies."
Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys unpacked your trauma over some new magical items. What's up? David, because I messed up last time, you do have a magical item. You have that currently, and it would have been identified along with everything else. So you have a illithid mantle, which acts as
Oh.
breastplate, but it's not technically armor, so a sorcerer can wear it.
That's very convenient. for
I
me.
got 16 AC now.
Mine's
We're-
still 12.
We're matching. That also has the same stats as the armor I was wearing, but doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth.
It also makes me resistant to psychic damage, which is very important because
Shit.
I'm very dumb.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Speaking of baggage,
No, speaking of dumb.
Moxie returned with Nadar Potius, which I apparently gave him a new name between episodes 9 and 10.
That works.
Nice.
That's his name now, though.
Nanar.
People have more than
But
one
not.
name.
The next returned the next day with a sizable donation to the keepers. You guys restored Thakk back to their facilities. Thakk during that time was having the worst nightmares, reliving the deaths of 3 of his favorite people, some of them being gods, and realizing not only did all those things happen, they happened at the same time by the same person.
3 of those fair people?
Yeah.
2 gods and a person.
Oh, right.
My daddy figure.
The
My
other person.
my
Sugar daddy.
sugar mama.
The Raven.
My mama's sugar mama.
Your sugar grandma.
Sugar grandma, yeah.
Don't ever say that again.
I'm into it.
Sugarlet mama.
Now we gotta get some of that holy gilf for Thakk.
Don't ever say that.
Holy gilf. Oh my lord.
I'm sorry, I saw an opportunity. And I needed to take it.
We are less than 5 minutes into the session. Andrew is already broken.
Oh, man.
As well as he should be.
PR. That's a PR right there.
Back then went and prostrated himself to the gods. really anything that would listen, and had a touch of raven feathers and a message of reassurance as the Raven Queen told Thakk that you all were her chosen.
More bird.
More bird.
We're all chosen.
Mm-hmm. With that, you were left in the company of the tavern goers, where you guys made last-minute preparations for the Guild Pact games. Some of you left to go speak with Morgan, while others stayed behind, had a heart-to-heart. Lolax and Bobo stayed behind to chat about Bobo's guilt and the civilian casualties in the payload detonation. Bobo admitted that they were sorry, but hadn't had time to come to terms with their actions. They vowed to help the city how they could to repay for their actions. After that, Lolax went to study law precedent in regards to sorcerers in Guilds Row, finding a few cases, but one in particular where a wild magic surge is believed to have caused an explosion. In response to this, the then Senator Louvois proposed a host of anti-sorcerer laws. While none were passed, you can't help but wonder if public opinion is with her, as she was publicly elected to Capital Louvois the next year. But at this point in time, I need to ask everybody but Jeremy to leave the table. My office is clean. You guys can go and hang out in there.
Real quick.
Oh
Turn off
god.
your mics.
I don't like this. Last time this happened, I was
Mic up.
turned to stone. So,
What's a capital versus a senator?
So a capital is they run the Senate.
Okay. Yep.
Hmm?
So when I'm doing editing, I should watch this section.
We'll see how the day goes.
I'm scared. Also, turn off your mics. Oh no. So this is an intervention, right?
Yes, we need to talk about your hair. It's too damn beautiful. I can't take it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
All right. Honestly, though. Hush. You begin to breathe again. Labored and heavy, you begin to hack and cough with a thick layer of dust coats your throat. For a moment, you think that you're going to suffocate, but you hear the sloshing of water as a jug is pushed into your hand.
I guess I'm gonna like look around and see what the fuck is going on.
You take a little bit of that water and open your eyes. You see that there is this cloaked creature with a large beak in front of you.
More bird.
More bird. There's a theme. You are in a dimly lit room with only a few candles around it. This creature is kind of hunched and relatively small.
Oh no.
They're standing only about like 5 feet tall
Oh
with
no.
a staff in their hands.
Quick question. In my mind, like, how would this have gone by? Would it have been like I fell on the ground and I went unconscious and then I'm waking up? Or was there anything that happened
So
in between?
for you, there was an explosion. Then fearing pain as you're hit with a lightning bolt, and as you were fading in and out of consciousness, you would have seen the face of a Medusa.
And then that's when basically I'm waking up now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Shock. Where am I?
You're in my cottage. Settle down. It'll all be okay.
What does this bird person remind me of anything of Bobo?
I mean, in the sense that they're avian, maybe. They seem much, much older.
Okay.
Their feathers are actually a gray instead of a black. Their beak is striated with like deep pock marks. The kind of hut that you're in is this short little dank place that is filled with just mushrooms, tubers, and other vials. There's a bubbling pot in the corner as she is starting to dish out 2 bowls.
bubble, trouble, toiling, cauldron in corner. I guess I'll take the bowl. Assuming I'm pretty hungry.
Not really.
Oh, well, I guess
You're
everything
very thirsty though.
everything was kind of kept in order. I guess I'll set the bowl in my lap and I'll take a couple more drinks of water. Um, who are you?
I am Matron Cabus. I am the priestess of the Golgari. I've spoken with the Radali sisters and have negotiated with them on your behalf.
I'm assuming they don't like me very much right now.
Well, they've done some more investigating, and as it turns out, you're not the one that they are the most upset with.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's fine. Bobo?
I was on the dock doing some reconnaissance and got caught up with the Ascended. And that's why I'm here now,
Lucian.
Lucian.
Yeah, I'm aware. Which is why I see Bobo I'm quite fond of.
Why would you be fond of somebody who presumably...
The term you're looking for is allegedly.
Yeah, that. Why are you fond of them?
I know his family quite well. And they are concerned. And so is yours.
I mean, I left that life and haven't spoken with them in years.
Your uncle Clang is in the city.
Why is he in Selesnya?
I don't presume to know why. I understand that he had some dealings in the Regnum and decided to come here to start a new life. Many people do that.
Can't say I disagree with that. Part of the reason why I'm here.
Well, I'm not going to force a chance meeting between the two of you if that's not something that you would like. But I have bartered for your freedom, and I do have a request.
What do you want?
Well, really, it's a bit of a trade.
My freedom for...
Just bring Bobo to me. He's in a lot of trouble with your guys' incident. I have paid off your fine. So, you are free to go. But the Radali sisters are... They won't be placated the same way twice.
What if I don't come back?
If you don't come back, I know where you all are. That's not the issue. But Bobo needs my help, and I can't be seen publicly giving it to him. But if you don't come back, then I will just... Let's say it's not something you would enjoy.
Would I have any idea of like where I am? Like just a cottage somewhere? Can I see out a window?
Cottage is an odd term when you're talking about something somewhere underground.
Oh, so it's like a shack in a cave.
Yeah,
Or
very
it's a
much
cave
so.
in a cave.
You go to look outside and you realize you're actually very high up. You're still underground though, as there is no sky, and you look down and it just plummets down into darkness.
Hmm. Um. Let me think about this. Um. Is there a way that I can contact you if I need to?
She looks amused as she, well, you can stay here and think about it. You're always welcome to leave, but I don't know how far you'll get.
So what you're saying is I have to agree before I leave.
No, like I said, you can always leave. I will not stop you. Nobody here will stop you. Good luck finding your way up.
Um. Hmm. So player to DM. I feel like this is like a decision where it's like selling out Bobo, basically. But like, do I have to basically agree to sell him out to even go back up?
Jeremy, you can make any decision you want. You can tell me right now, you're like, I want to jump out this window, and you can jump out this window. You can do whatever you feel is right. There is,
I think
you have another character, so even if this one falls all the way down and dies, you're good to go.
I'm interested to see where this goes, and also as Hush, I want to warn Bobo about what's happening, and warn everybody, and then possibly let him know that that this Matrim Cabus is looking for him, and that this person was willing to pay off my 1,000 gold bounty just for the possibility that they could catch Bobo instead. But also that makes Hush, like, as a character, I would think like, okay, well, this person paid off this bounty, but like that means that they don't really have any other options, or this is the best option for them.
Give me an insight check.
Oh shit, I gotta change character sheet. Da, da, da. I would still be level 3 because I was kind of petrified. Insight.
Yep.
Oh god. 13.
13. So you're not going to get any real in-depth information about this woman. That said, even with the 13, you realize she is very sure of herself. She is obviously standing somewhere within power. She never said anything about money being exchanged.
Oh, she just said she paid off the debt. Okay.
She just said she arranged it. And then she also brought up that she didn't want to be seen getting Bobo.
I literally wrote a note about that.
It's not that she couldn't.
Can't be seen publicly giving him help.
Right. It's not that she couldn't. She just doesn't. She doesn't want to go down that route if she doesn't have to. She's being very open with you at the moment.
What would you do with Bobo?
Well, I would honestly try and counsel him. He's in a very tight bind. He's stuck between trying to play hero and, let's be honest, he's not very good at it.
I think from my experience with Bobo, he has a good heart and he tries his best to do what he thinks is right. And I think that everybody has issues with that. And what we may think is right might not be exactly right, but I think that his heart is coming from the right place.
Don't misunderstand me. I did not say he was a bad person. I said he's bad at playing hero. There's tact that he needs to learn before he can help others.
So you want him to be able to help others.
I want what's best for him, which is coming to me.
And she doesn't seem like she's lying.
If you'd like, you can roll another insight, or you can hold on to the one you got.
Roll another. Well,
12? So, you being an avian yourself, you do understand the mannerisms that go along with, like, there's no facial, or there's no mouth expression, or the set of a chin, or anything like that that you can
like
normally
can't
look
see
at.
cheeks or anything.
Right. So, you guys really, really pay attention to the eyes. Her eyes have not been moving from you this entire time, nor are they really showing emotion. Her body language seems open and relaxed, but you're not sure if that is from a position of power or just being open and relaxed.
Where it's either she's just being honest, or she knows that no matter what I do, it's going to be fine for her.
Right.
I guess. Can I talk to Bobo before I make any decision?
I don't really think I could stop you from it, regardless.
I want to talk with him, and after I talk with him, I can contact you or come back down and speak with you about it.
I have no fey tricks. I'm not going to force you into a bargain. I've done what I can for you, and I'm trying to do what I can for him. So, take yourself to the surface, speak with him, do what you will. I will see you soon, one way or another.
Ominous. Okay. I guess I'll start trying to make my way to the surface, talking to people, asking if there's a way, that kind of thing.
All right. Do you mind grabbing everybody else?
I'm going to hide this character sheet.
And obviously, don't say anything.
I'm not going to need this character sheet anytime soon.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm just going to exit out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
I relaxed it, so now it hurts when I walk.
Pulled you out of alignment there.
Oh no, you're good. I just didn't have shoes on, so I slid instead of came back up. Or your office is right.
Oh, good.
For a man with an ailing back. Make sure your mics are on again.
That is honestly the most comfortable position right now. Is just laying flat on my back on the ground.
We always knew that you liked it
All
on
right,
your
so
back.
Andrew, on your fence post, there is a robin that is just a fucking sphere.
You took a picture of it?
Just a sphere.
Yes, I want to see it.
Like,
It's a fat robin.
It's a polka ball with wings.
Pregnant Robin. That's what that is.
Holy shit, dude.
yeah. I was like,
Gonna
that
lay
thing
an
is
egg.
round.
It's just gonna like
It's a
lay
pedal.
the egg and then become a normal
Yeah,
size
I'm waiting for
bird.
like Kurt Mix-a-Lot to like, come out of the woodwork.
Hey,
Birdie got back.
hello, Dramedy.
Wow.
Dramedy? What?
Dramedy.
Jerome.
Okay, I thought you were imposing the word drama in front of Jeremy, and I was like, that's kind of rude.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, we all know
Saying
who the
wrong,
drama
but it's
queen
rude.
here is.
Jack. I just want you to know I resisted the urge of
Oh,
like
look at
turning on
me,
my
I was
mic
like,
and saying something random at least 3 times.
What?
Possibly 4, but at least 3.
That would have, yeah. That was quite a moment.
Everybody wants to turn me into the police.
All right.
We all gotta have one.
Yeah.
So, welcome back.
Hi.
I do need to admit something.
Oh no.
I was a bad boy and messed up the timeline. I put you guys
Oh,
one
yeah.
day ahead of where you should have been. So today was supposed to be the Guild Pact games. So I'm gonna retcon.
Did I say that?
Yeah, but we're going off your exhaustion levels, which you weren't keeping track of.
Okay, my bad.
See that? See that pivot? Or always the player's fault. Or the end. God.
We're gonna retcon what Andre just said.
If you're the DM, you have too many notes to keep track of, so it's the player's fault when you get something wrong.
Aha.
So everything that happened your guys' second day happened your first day.
Okay. We had an extra condensed first day.
Correct.
Okay.
So Thakk got healed in the evening, not the morning.
Gotcha.
You went and looked at the library in the evening, not the morning.
Okay.
Yada yada yada. That said, you guys were gonna go talk to Morgan, and
Yep.
you already know Morgan went home.
And then I came
So-
back home and talked to everybody. and
What
I
what
really
time of day
wanted
is
to
it?
Talk to Morgan. It's like the whole thing I
It's
wanted to
nighttime,
do today.
It's getting about like 8 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Andrew just blew a hole in
When-
everything I wanted to do.
When
There is
are
still
the
a Winston
where are the Guild Pact? When are the Guild Pact games? Like when do they start?
tomorrow.
Like what in the like
Ow.
what time?
Tomorrow noon.
Noon? There's probably time to go and
I
speak
was
with
sitting
Morgan.
there like monkey.
Before?
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, if it's noon, if we get a good night's sleep and wake up early, we can go and speak with Morgan before the Guild Pact game.
So is it still evening? What time
Because
would
you're
it be?
Like I just told David, it is 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay. We can still go to. We're doing it out of order from what I wanted to, but I guess we can go to the Raven Queen Temple still tonight
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Going to church at 9.
at night.
Take me to church plays.
And
Totally off
I guess we can attempt to talk to Morgan before. the Guild
She
Pact
went
games.
home, dude. Don't like interrupt her like peaceful
No, it's
night's sleep.
before the Guild Pact games.
If there
Tomorrow,
was
okay.
gonna
Yeah,
be
tomorrow
a
morning.
Tomorrow.
'Cause I'm assuming Morgan starts fairly early in her position.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
she's not
hey,
gonna have very
Hey
long
Morgan,
days.
you up? You want to go
You
to
could
church?
say it aggressively.
Morgan,
So the
night
next-
service.
if there was ever gonna be a fantasy goth club, it would be at the Raven Queen's Temple at night.
That's true. You're right.
That's literally the Mercury. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
You make a good point.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we will. I guess go. The three of us will go to the temple before we go now. I mean, I guess I don't need you right now.
No.
I mean,
fuck you.
I mean, the reason you were coming with was to talk to Morgan and hold the thing that I can't look at right now.
I guess I'll hold it.
yeah.
No, I don't need it with me. It was just to talk.
Dude, you don't even want that thing next to you.
No, I know.
I mean, I also
No,
don't
I
want
mean
it
like quite literally, you don't want to be near Colby right now.
Okay.
You don't want to be near Sail. You don't want to be in the inn if it's in the inn. You don't want to be next to that thing.
Okay.
I won't tell you.
This
where
is
it's
a
Okay.
primal fear.
Okay. So
Of the necklace?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was like, what did Sahil do?
No.
at. I got that.
It's because I told him to go pick it up and carry it for me.
I got that stank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess
And were we gonna bring Bobo?
So
if Boba wants to come,
I thought that was the reason we
All
were
right.
going.
How
On
about
3,
you
you
all-
say where you're going.
How about you all go back to the tavern and role play this out?
all right, we're back at the tavern after having a condensed evening.
back at tavern, I wish to go to the Raven Queen Temple.
Sorcerers are fucked up, man.
Did
In this
Thakk
city,
tell us
the
about
worst.
the
Wait,
Raven
what?
Queen said?
Yeah, like,
you were
everybody
chosen,
is out to
we
get
were
us.
all chosen.
Good thing you can change your appearance.
True.
It
That-
feels metagamey to outright ask that
No,
question.
I don't remember if I did.
What's-
But
what's-
that's information Sail need, like how Sail would approach.
What's
this.
metagame?
did
Lilax asks.
I did not. Yeah, I did not say that. I basically came back in the door and pretended like I know you guys probably saw what I did, but pretended that it didn't happen because big, strong, tough, half-orc dude.
All right, so if
That's
we haven't
fine.
had that
That's
conversation, you and Stick should be good to go to the temple by yourselves.
Hey, Bobo, would you like to come with?
Well, you see,
You got a lot of dead people to say sorry to. You should go.
all right.
I don't think it would be. Thak's gonna say I don't think it would be a bad thing for all of us to go.
I was just saying
Style?
on the crow.
20-minute adventure to the church.
How would you
In and out.
How would you like a friend
Raven
date?
Queen.
A friend date?
A friend date.
Oh, we haven't had one of those in a while.
Well, you have not.
What would you want to do? I feel like the regular of tiddlywinks and peanut brittle might not be on the table for today.
Well, I don't. What would the nightlife look like around in like the district?
So,
Andrew's been like, I've been waiting for you to ask this, bro.
no, seriously. So you guys have been very, very busy with all your side quests and stuff going on. The rest of the city is like, we get a second festival for the Guild Pact games? Let's go! And they're going hog wild. Hog wild. I knew it was coming. So there is a ton of stuff to do. If you would like, you can go to the Gazette and you can set off fireworks, which are much more like bombs that happen to make
Pretty
Some
colors.
Gandalf level
Don't take
shit.
Bobo with you.
Their artillery shells.
Come on, that's
They
not a.
made
All right, I get it.
recreational.
I'll give it to you.
Shut up, guys! I'm trying to get the nightlife scene.
Depending on how open-minded you are, you can go hang out with the Rakdos,
Oh.
which are
I might have been. I don't think I was again. I went again.
that would be a place called the Gore House.
That's the goth club.
No.
That's crazy clowns and jesters that will equally cut you open with their silver tongue and their silver knife.
Have you been to a goth club? This is
the,
accurate.
It's the BDSM
You remember
club.
in The Dark Knight 3 when the city was like being held hostage by nukes and Scarecrow was like a judge and then they made people walk? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a goth club too.
Okay. All right. So that's up to number 2. Is there anything else?
Yeah, there's a ton of things. Even Selesnya, they are giving they're a lot more toned down compared to the Rakdos, obviously, but they have some nice festivals going on. There's a very large communal food where it is a kind of precinct-wide potluck, essentially. So you can try
Selesnya-
different types of food from different areas of the world.
Selesnya festivals are a bit more grassroots with a bit more herbal remedies floating around.
And they smoke a lot of weed.
That was the herbal remedies.
It's
Fuck.
true. Which is also they have some of their higher echelon people are actually just plant people. So
Blow.
We're losing a dice.
no, you're about to get a new one. A 2-pound metal dice. Whoa.
Wait. I missed something. I'm like,
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Please don't noggin him with that.
So there's that, and then there's just the common people are just having parties. It is basically the Rakdos, it's literally like Mardi Gras, but the rest of the city, it's just a very large festival.
So I'm thinking we either go to the fireworks show, or
Mhm,
we
mhm.
can go hang out with the Rakdos, then go
No.
to the fireworks show.
No,
Why?
I'm not going back.
So you've gone?
Once.
What's that like?
No.
Enough.
You remember who I went on a date with today?
I was hoping to pick your brain about that, but
Yeah, the Rakdos is too much.
Okay, all right. Well, how about we just stick to the
Take a
fireworks?
rain check
Maybe
on that.
maybe we'll go check out the herbal remedies in the Selesnya district afterwards.
I like that. Yeah.
All right.
Von Veer, as the other talking about the Rakdos, has a 1,000-yard stare.
Von Veer was in the insane clown posse and it shows.
Thak's gonna double down and say, I think we should all go just check in or just go to the Raven Queen Temple and then I'm gonna go home and go to bed and you guys
Maybe
can do what you want.
we could go to
afterwards.
church and pray to Jesus. Maybe
then go hang out with
not do
devils
drugs
and
at
demons.
festival?
Just it will quick in and out.
Can we have a quick aside and Selesnya corridor on the way there? Just like a quick
Not
stop.
on the way back,
5
please.
minutes.
Not me. No. I'll wait outside if you want to do that, but
I just
The fireworks show is off.
I mean, okay,
I think we all go there first,
fine. We'll go to church and then we'll go sin
then
because
we
that's
might-
how we do it.
and I can take Bobo home with me.
I mean, just based on what might happen at church.
Nobody's gonna
depending on,
recognize them when it's dark.
Firework display. Mm-mm.
Only bright for some of the time.
Didn't he blow something up?
Yes, I think that's what they are implying.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna let everybody continue talking about me.
Don't worry.
How about this?
I know that you're right here.
Let's all go to the church first. Should only take 30 minutes, right, Thakk?
Quick
Hopefully.
trip in and out.
You worry me with
So
churches
ring
and
check on the front
religion.
date.
My
We
friend.
can go after
Religion
church.
worries me too. That's what got us
We
into
do have to
this,
fight them out,
unfortunately.
don't we?
Yeah.
If we don't party tonight, we're not gonna get to party.
Okay, how about this?
So party after.
We go to church, and if me and Thakk have to stay any longer than 30 minutes, you guys can go. But it might be a good bonding experience. I met you guys a few days ago.
I think we should go because Styx asked us to.
I've had a trying day. And I normally don't ask for this, but I'd appreciate the support.
I will.
Your friend needs help.
I think we should go. We'll do drugs after.
Okay, so we're gonna start walking to the Church of the
Bobo,
Raven.
you get to come with us after the.
All right.
Lolac,
I'm gonna side eye Bobo and Sail. Mm.
Trying to-
how about you meet me in the Selesnya district and I'll just hang around there.
We need to go to church.
You guys can go to
Can you
church.
please come with Loax?
I don't know why you would need me there.
I would appreciate everybody
It
there.
seems important. And since we're gonna,
He
we
might
gotta
just
be a
start.
team. We're
Based
gonna go
on-
into a
Do I
fight.
have to like go inside or can I wait outside?
Lolax,
You're not gonna
Based
catch on
on-
fire.
based on Thack's reaction to an amulet, that yeah, it's kind of scary. I'm kind of worried that if he contacts, you know, maybe the Raven Queen, whoever he's looking to contact, he might just start convulsing on the floor.
Low out.
So
Hey, Thak. I'm gonna hold a pouch out towards you.
Does it have that in it?
No, it's my spice pouch.
Okay.
Okay, then.
he was about to
Unfazed.
initiate roll initiative.
Unfazed.
If it was the other pouch, it would have been different.
I hid it in my spice pouch.
Okay, so can we all start walking to the
I'd
church
rather not
and
have
talk
that.
about it kind of like on the way?
Yeah, I'm sure we can talk about it on the way. I'm gonna not want to go inside, guys.
You can stay outside.
Do you have something personal against?
The Raven
Churches?
Queen.
I just don't believe in like placing like authority in like godlike figures because like what have they done for us? Do you think about it?
I'm also going to like
God
you know
is
how owls
fucking
can like
evil.
articulate their head. My head
Like-
is going to go a full 90 degrees.
Sayil's just gonna scratch his head and like, isn't it like fact that they put together the cosmos?
Well, here's
the
my
creation of the universe
here's
had
my
nothing to do with
explanation,
us.
right? Like when you're a god, you can do lots of stuff, right? And some of them are good, some of them are good, some of them do stuff, but all of them, in my experience, seem like they would just be narcissists, and I just don't want to hang out with that energy.
You don't have to hang out with them. You just need to be there with us.
I know, and is there a reason why I couldn't just wait outside?
I
Is there
think
a
you
god
can
of
wait outside.
humility?
Well, then there's no issue here, and we're walking anyway. So
Okay.
yeah,
Is there a god of humility?
Yes.
Does David have piety with it?
No.
just David or just Lola?
Okay. There's legitimately a halfling god of humility. They don't have a name because they wish not to be praised.
That is so fucking meta and hilarious. I love it.
There's gods to humility. You know, they're not all
Alright,
narcissists.
so we're
We'll
heading-
start walking out the door.
Walking that way.
We've been walking this entire time. We were walking and
Okay.
talking.
Yeah, walking and talking.
We were walkie-talkies.
I told you.
Later we'll be
Can't do
at
that.
tomahawk missiles.
Okay.
There's gonna be another terrorist attack tonight, isn't there?
No, that's tomorrow.
I like to think that we're just arguing like the entire way there, and people are like,
Right. So, as you guys are heading through the city, people aren't really looking at you so much because there's a ton of stuff going on. there are more vendors and stuff. There are people trying to like peddle you wares while you guys all walk by.
There are face painting booths.
Yes.
Can they paint my mask?
Yes.
I'm just gonna kind of pull off from the group real quick and be like, hey.
Sir, this is for children?
Yep. I'm a child at heart.
Say he'll. Go on.
Do you like paint a cool butterfly on my mask or something? Be a fun project.
His friend. He's had a bit to drink. We'll pay you for the mask decoration.
It's only a copper.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
How do you? I'm not gonna ask a child to break change for gold.
I'm an adult. And overly.
You really have had a lot to drink, haven't you? Oh no, Bobo.
Bobo just doesn't understand how humanoids work. He's good on avian, but like, why are you all squishy?
So hand her a copper, and she will. A decent butterfly.
Cool.
Woo.
I love how you rolled for that.
Shit, butterfly.
The dice decide.
All right, now I got my sparkly cloak and my butterfly face. Not look like my other.
Let's go. Go.
I need to get you a better
I don't want to
hat.
get a shitty butterfly now and like an MS Paint.
We should
one.
get you a sparkly bowler hat instead of the top
I'll
hat.
do it on his.
Okay.
I'll go get butterfly tattoos.
Lower back butterfly tattoos.
I've always wanted to get a tattoo that was
Oh, you guys
a
don't know
boy
that
with an
spot is already
eye,
taken up on me.
but each letter was a different color of the rainbow.
Okay.
Fuck boys.
So
So that pit stop.
you guys have that pit stop. There are other wares and stuff going on. There is a small band that walks by, playing largely out of tune at this point.
Okay, when the band walks by, I'm looking for a drug dealer following them.
This is like a marching band, not a cool band.
Fine.
What if the marching band looks like they're on drugs?
What if it's a
Side-
They are pretty sloshed.
The-
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
The best day to
Not
go to
for sure.
church. When the whole city's partying.
Wake up.
Wake
17.
17. So there is actually a dude in a very large trench coat walking behind them.
It's 3 kids. Don't listen to them.
I'm just gonna walk up. You got smoke root? Like, I don't know what it would be called.
More like arrowroot.
That's a
Do-
bit. My Colby's experience. That's a bit hard. I just want a pre-rolled joint, like something you smoke while outdoors at a festival.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
2 copper.
I'll give him a silver and ask for 5.
He gets you 5.
All right.
That was just like, oh, that's a Tuesday for me. It's like, whatever. Like,
Who'd you find? The fucking cartel member?
Just had pre-rolls and some arrowroot following.
It's the kind of guy you owe 30 cents, he wipes out a bloodline.
oh my god.
So Sahil's gonna like disappear for literally 30 seconds, come back and be like, "That was a little too easy."
Then the audience arrester hits you.
Do I see him kind of duck off and talk to that sketchy dude?
Yeah.
I'm a remember his face.
Okay.
I'm not gonna smoke these now. I'm gonna put them in a pocket. Be like, "We're good for after."
I get the feeling that he might not be the best dude.
You don't see this, but Thakk rolls his eyes.
That's all.
Oh, stupid sinner.
Basically.
All right. You guys make your way through and get back to Whitestone, where there is a small Raven Queen temple. You walk up to it. As you look at it, it's the same Gothic structure that you guys had seen before. Lots of wrought iron with kind of stylized ravens on the front, and a large raven holding a knocker.
Bird
to
up.
go in.
What does
All right, boys, enjoy. I'm just gonna stand off to the
what
side.
does Raven Queen religious guard
Well,
look like?
Garb.
Black.
Garb. Like what kind of
I'd
Great
stuff
cloak.
do they wear?
To
Great cloak.
convince her bright.
Is there any
to just
holy
come with
helmets? Any hat?
us Inside,
No.
be bored
Oh,
for a little
darn.
bit.
You know how I have like a thing about abusing magic?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most gods just abuse magic all day, so I'm not into it.
Like,
But I
I
can
I'm
get,
gonna let everybody walk in
I-
first, except I'll stay and talk to
I
him.
get that. I really do. From my understanding, her job is literally there's a body and there's a soul hovering over it. She takes the soul and puts it where somebody else needs to judge it, and that's her job. And I think, like, I don't think she necessarily is inherently
Well, like,
abusing that power.
well,
And
like,
I think
I agree with you on a lot of the gods.
I wasn't
but
talking or anything.
oh,
I do that constantly. I have no right. But
sorry. Well, like I agree with you on a lot of the gods, but I feel like the Raven Queen is a god that maybe if you did a little research.
I feel like you guys are really pressuring me into like making a decision to
I
go to
just
church
want-
with you.
I don't want to be
and,
here
like,
either.
I'm just trying to say like I'm not comfortable with it. Let's just respect my boundaries, and you guys are just continually pushing me into here.
So-
If you need me, I'm right here. I will go inside, but this is my preference.
I'm gonna
Fine.
talk to just say one thing to Lilacs and say I understand and respect your preference or beliefs.
Thank you.
But
It would mean I've put a lot of faith in you with Bastion. I'm just asking for a little faith in me, and could you please come in?
I respect that, and also if you need me, I'll be right outside, and I can be there in a moment.
That goes inside, doesn't say anything else, and he'll remember that.
Thakk will remember this.
well,
okay.
You're
When
aligned
we
it
walk
fell a
in,
little.
is there anywhere to give offerings or teethings or?
Yeah. There is. Actually, when you walk right in, there is just a small plate that has a few coins already scattered in it. Nobody's really watching it at the moment.
Oh no!
But
Don't say that.
as you look further in, there are pews and a single elven man kind of standing in the back.
does the Raven Queen have like a auspicious number?
Yeah, I'm looking.
She might, but not that I remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm looking.
I'd like to deposit a number of silver pieces equivalent to that number. So could I just mark off like 2 or 3 gold?
I would say 3 probably.
I'm looking for whoever I would. I think is this the place that I went to before?
Yeah.
Okay, so would I recognize who the head of?
Oh.
You never spoke with the head
Okay.
priest before, and there's only what seems to be one person.
Okay.
Was it the person we spoke with?
No.
I'm gonna go up and talk to this one.
All right.
And while he does that, I'm also gonna drop 3 silver pieces.
Probably don't need to do that much if you don't want to.
I just did like a nebulous amount and
Okay.
of silver because silver fits the color scheme better.
That's fair.
I only have gold,
Do you
and I
know
don't think
Gross?
God gives
They
change.
love any.
So yeah, I'm looking for.
Yeah, but just the
I mean,
black
whoever
and white
can
color
point me in
scheme,
the
I feel like
direction of what I'm
silver
looking for.
complements it
Fair, fair,
better.
fair.
As you walk in, there is only one person in this chapel at the moment. They are a kind of taller, almost pale, elven man. They have a shaved head with some intricate tattoos going down into the spine.
Draken.
Hello.
I'll give a wave. Are you
Hello.
interested in a midnight service for our friend here?
Are you the
A
only?
midnight service at like
Are
9
you
o'clock.
the only person here in service right now?
At the moment. How can I help you?
From my understanding, Raven Queen, or I'm gonna say no, I'm gonna say our lady, spoke to me today, and I'm trying to find the best way not only to serve her but understand what she wants.
There's an obvious sign of confusion as you say this. He mumbles a few words under his breath, and much like you've actually seen Sail do before, his eyes take on this like misty white. You have cast detect magic, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, okay. As he looks you up and down, confused, and looks around and stops at Bobo and just
We need a bit of guidance.
I can see that. And then stopping on Styx and looking kind of confused as they look at your holy symbol.
I'm just here to support a friend.
I also pull out my holy symbol to show.
Family reunion.
I'm also gonna say, I
We're
very
all
much
family
favor the
still.
Raven Queen. It's just not the deity that I've.
I understand. That was I'm more confused by your company than your religion.
Maybe I'll talk with you after they leave.
I can assist you however I can. What exactly do you need?
And I'm gonna kind of give him the lowdown of what I've been experiencing, since I touched the unholy symbol. So I'm gonna tell him about that and what I felt, and then what happened to my holy symbol afterwards. I'm going to tell him the visions and the nightmares I've gotten in as best detail as I can, from father figure to being killed, to Aurelia being slain, to the Raven Queen being injured, captured, whatever my understanding is of what happened, all the way till her coming and speaking to me in my moment of strife.
What is Father Figure's name?
Rigvir. It was the character I
Rigvir.
played in the one shot.
Got it.
All right. So,
Okay.
you guys, everyone that is here at this moment,
Yeah.
hears this entire lowdown.
Like,
In the most succinct way that you've heard it. You've heard bits and pieces. You hadn't heard about him speaking with the Raven Queen.
Are you okay?
You're
I had a mini stroke. I'm sorry.
Just give me some water.
no, drink some more.
No, man, stop.
Bang, bang.
It was gives you
the
kidney
Raven
stones.
teams.
The Raven Teams. Raven Chief.
All right. My apologies. This is also the first time that you've heard him talk about speaking directly with the Raven Queen. You're saying this, and this priest is very, very enraptured by the story. And it gets to a point where you say that you've spoken with the Raven Queen, they step back, and we have not had direct communication with the Raven Queen in months.
I have tried. I came here myself a few days ago to try and speak with her, and I was blocked.
Can you go and give me a persuasion check?
Stats out here.
I'd be like, inspire, help, but Simon's
natural
probably
20.
sat blinking.
Natural
Plus
20.
6. So
26. All right. They lean forward and they take your words with earnest. I would request. They kind of look around. Please follow me.
what I was hoping for.
Alex, we're going further in. Did you catch any of that?
No,
Nope.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Waiting outside.
Alright.
Just, I got a lot to tell you later.
You guys wander back in, and this is not a very large or lavish type of temple. It is very bare bones. Pun not intended.
No, almost gothic.
And they kind of lead you back to what is essentially a break room. There's a bed with a cot and what looks to be like a basin of water and a bookshelf with a few tomes and stuff on it. Basically looks like whoever runs this place, because it is open 24/7, whoever does the night shift here will probably sleep here during the day. Yada yada yada. Gives them a place to rest.
So it's probably this guy, right?
He's apparently the night shift guy.
Maybe one of them.
So, my name is Vivian. It is a pleasure to meet you. This is a lot to unpack. So you're telling me that
You're
Telling me.
you're telling me that there is a undefined god who has given Aurelia a true death and captured the Raven Queen.
At least some of her, most of her. seemingly so, some aspect of her was able to reach me. She admitted to me that she has been trying to contact me, but this has been intervening.
Just real quick, Thakk, would you just flip a 180 for me and plug your ears and for a little bit, so you don't freak out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just rest, please.
look at this guy and then shrug my shoulders, cover my eyes, and close my ears.
I'll pull out the holy symbol, but he can't look at. Like, this is the symbol for the one who apparently tortured him for several days. That's good to know.
He'll walk forward and kind of like go to grab it, and then
Yeah, there's a reason I'm holding it by the strings.
okay. And with their detect magic, they kind of like it's concentration spell, so they kind of reignite it and look at it, and they. Yep, that's just a void.
I tried to identify it, and it said no, which is a bit odd.
It bite back.
I'm in debt to whatever that is.
Possibly.
Oh!
What?
Yeah, I brought this up last session.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
I almost died. And
Oh, so you're
then
in
I
debt
didn't,
to-
and now I can do this, and I'll like Eldritch Blast something off the bed or something.
So you didn't tell us that.
I don't.
You
No,
did.
I did.
He didn't tell
I-
it that many. He
No.
didn't show the Eldritch Blast part.
No,
of it.
I asked you and you couldn't
not.
give me a straight answer as to who you even talked to or if you
Nobody
made
else
any
got
pact.
it.
No, you. So, what had happened was, they were in the middle of trying to divulge, right? And they had to make a con saving throw. They rolled a natural 20, so they just got the information out, but couldn't speak past that.
Okay.
So it was
Oh, it was when he got like physically like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cold. Yeah.
So
right. So they divulged that something kept them from really dying.
But he didn't say it was
And-
based on that holy symbol,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct.
just
He did
In
say
fact-
that he might need to betray us.
Well,
Yeah,
now
that's
that I
that
just
deal.
saw
Right,
the
you-
connection between.
You put it together.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yep, that guy.
okay.
Oh,
You don't know.
I
this
mean, yeah,
because
my
you're-
eyes and ears are covered, so I don't know.
So I'm just sitting there like, I can't tell Thakk that, and I'm I'm gonna put this away now because it's unpleasant to look at,
It is.
and I'll tap Thakk.
Yeah, just
Nothing
uncover it.
important happened while you weren't listening.
I can only imagine what you did, and I can probably ascertain. So I just am kind of shuddering, but
it's not even here. Oh my God.
Okay.
Very heavy. I know this is a lot to drop on you in the middle of the night.
I also believe that all the recent attacks and everything were done by a servant of this deity.
They did have this kind of metal with them every time we ran into them.
Apparently, a lot of it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So,
Yeah, this is Gerald of the Corner Church.
yeah, like we just unpacked it
Gerald.
all on like the guy just above janitor.
He makes minimum wage and gets to sleep here at night.
Yeah.
Work during the day.
his title is Father Fibbin, so
Yeah.
he is classically trained.
Yeah.
And has a very good religion, which he rolled a natural 19 plus stuff. So-
Robin.
He's got some good information for you guys. He's going to lean in. It's not been since the Second Age that a god of any kind has truly taken champions. In the Third Age, there was the group, the Sin Slayers. Some of them were devout, but they were not champions. If she is claiming you, you have a much higher purpose.
You're gonna tell me Blinky wasn't a champ?
Wasn't a champ. Alright.
Lynched by pushing them into lava. That's a dog. Here is the issue with the Raven Queen being bound and not killed. even celestial beings, when they are killed in their astral forms, can still quasi-reform with enough belief.
My eyes kind of light up with that.
That sounds important.
They heal off of faith. They heal through others' thoughts. New gods are born from the miasma that they leave behind.
Kind of like Santa Claus.
Literally.
So, if the Raven Queen is bound and not slain, that means that whoever this god is in control of her portfolio. Which means there is no longer a shepherd.
Problems.
Do you know if Umbor has any power over this? What would he be doing with his daughter, right?
Mhm.
What is he doing, or is he just also very neutral in this process?
Probably have some opinions.
Well, for sure, but
I would assume. I'm not a priest of Kalimvor, though. If I were to make assumptions on his behalf, he is a elder god. He is the embodiment of death. He's probably doing what he can, though there are levels to this.
do you think that
Sticks
if
make-
this god is unnamed god is able to control the Raven Queen, do you believe that this could be an unnamed elder god or high god or something a little
A
bit more?
new god.
Yeah.
They roll a 26 on their religion, so they got some pretty good info. I believe if they were another elder god, that they would have absorbed the Raven Queen.
Which has not happened yet.
Correct. I think this is an upstart looking to assume control that they do not already have. This is a lesser god trying to make a play to be a greater god.
Oh, so this is like a little Chihuahua god.
I'm gonna cut in on what he's saying. When I came here to try to speak to the Raven Queen after I found out about Aurelia's death, this deity spoke to me and said he has, and showed me the Raven Queen in his clutches, and from my understanding, a set cord is next. And with the Raven Queen in his control, you already know how bad that is. He gets them both. And I'm already afraid of what can happen.
It's at least twice as bad.
Math. Quick math.
Cord is a elder god. He's the elder god of storms.
Huh.
War is actually a minor purview of his. He's a storm lord first, war god second. If this god is posturing to take on an elder god, then they must have either a vast amount of allies or a vast amount of power.
Both of which are awful.
Both which seem to be true. I'm asking him, do you think he either knows about the Raven Queen reaching out to me, or how, by what you understand the situation being, how could she even have done that? If she's truly bound by him and being controlled, it shouldn't have even been possible.
Gods are... That is a word for it. They are fluid. They are concepts. They are our belief. Being able to wholesale bind a god without any intervention by either other gods or, like I said, powerful magics.
And without their clergy knowing.
Correct. This is what he chose: subtlety over brute force. I believe that she managed to get a brief part of her astral essence away. And she used that power to speak with you. So you could presumably speak with them and speak with me.
I skipped the first part there.
This is why I wanted everybody to come. So it was more believable to talk about this in front of something like this.
It's okay. Everybody is here because David can hear it. We'll just pretend to catch Lolax up later.
What must I do?
There was a cost.
What must I do?
You've had more contact with her than I have. I don't.
I served her daughter. I
Well,
don't know exactly how to serve her, but this is my path forward, and
Well,
I've been a lantern without a flame.
And if there's any way that I can help, I also serve.
It doesn't
somebody.
sound like it's just you anymore.
It's not.
Yeah. So
Well, look at the parts that she has gathered together. A righteous paladin bent on war. And they kind of like look you up and down. A world-weary
I'm a wayfaring.
singer?
I'm a wayfaring stranger.
I don't want to talk about it.
In
A good Bobo.
I wouldn't touch him if I were you.
He is my friend.
He's also undead and
Yes.
tainted.
He is spicy, but he's still my friend.
I hear the undead thing, and
Me too.
my eyes kind of.
Wait, would I have not have like?
Whoa.
You have not used
Undead
Eyes
sense.
of the Grave while he's been in the presence.
Well, good thing I'm just going to completely ignore that and pretend like I didn't hear anything.
It's very difficult to ignore it.
And a cleric of Kalimvor. This is a motley crew, and you have another friend outside?
Well,
You shy.
He
yeah.
was not to come in despite my urgence for him to.
He didn't like your god.
He doesn't like any god.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't like.
He is a being. He is a man of magical talents. That's all that I can really ascertain about him.
Being is the more correct word.
And just is not privy to most gods.
Each their own. I will not force religion on anybody. That said,
The priest ain't. I'm gonna bitch at you about it.
A priest and a paladin walk up to him. Have you heard about the god, bro?
have you heard about the Raven Queen? You come from a diverse group, and I think that is an intentional choice. I would say you need to find a guiding star. Obviously, the Raven Queen. She can talk to you. I wish she would speak more with us. This is terrible news I need to bring to our council.
It sounds
Please let me know what their verdict is. If there's any way to if there's any way that you can, I would like to.
There's no verdict to be had, just plans to make in the absence of the queen. We will pray. We will pray more diligently.
What about her other two daughters?
What of them?
Can we get
Where are they? Can they be of any assistance? Is there any way?
Do we know if they're alive?
Is there any way to maybe they could help with this situation in some form? I don't know. Aurelia was the only one that I really knew.
Give Andrew a moment while he pulls up some notes.
I want to Photoshop the Everybody Hates Chris logo into Everybody Hates Bobo.
Sail is on your side. Everybody else can have their opinions about you, but
You make Thakk struggle with his
There's
morality.
somebody else on his
It's like,
unless my house gets burned down.
Especially if I plant myself. choose the
oh, I'm a
Raven
monster.
Queen.
It's not like I want to be here either. I'm just trying to do the right thing.
Look, despite being undead, he still wants to help. That's a bitter favor in his point.
It's those Thakk struggling with morality. He likes Bobo, but
Racist.
She has 2 daughters
Specious?
with Cord.
No, you're not alive. That's why he
Doesn't
doesn't.
like you. I'm just trying to.
I very much don't like undead, which is why I haven't casted anything, and apparently I didn't just kind of like know, but I'm not going to, and I'm just going to pretend I never heard anything.
If a party member casts Turn Undead, do I have to? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Good thing I don't have it. So
No, you do.
All right. So
You're a cleric.
she has 2 daughters. There's
Handle the paper.
Every cleric.
Kara, voice of the Tempest.
Ooh.
wait, who?
Kara, voice of the Tempest.
Oh god.
Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take notes for the 3rd time.
Yeah. How much do you know about the Endwin faith? Roll me a religion check.
Not bad. 15.
15. All right, you have some passing information about the Endwin faith. Being in the Bora so long, you know the 2 ideals cross and mingle quite a bit. So this will make a lot more sense to you once he says it. I don't know if you know or if the rest of you know, but Kara, the Endwin soldiers will cross the Serpent Strait as a test of courage.
Kara.
Kara is in control of it.
Okay.
He's also the one that collects the souls of the drowned, those that die at sea.
Would I have a sailor's knowledge of Kara then? Like from my background?
Much in the same way that the Raven Queen has different depictions depending on where you go, so does Kara.
Okay.
When he starts bringing this up, you remember old wives' tales about Kara the Stormbringer, who will sink pirate ships because she believes them unjust, and then damn their souls to hell.
Yep.
Or the Stormbringer that will lay waste to like invading ships and stuff like that. That way they cannot make landfall. Things like that.
Is she a primarily Enduin god, or is she just a doing her own thing god and the Enduin like her?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay.
There are different depictions of her.
And the other daughter?
That's Hrist.
Hrist.
The quaking one, the one between.
That doesn't sound like me. Kara does.
Much like Hrist is in charge, or much like Kara is in charge of storms, Hrist is apparently in charge of earthquakes. She is the one that literally stands between the divine gates. So when Kelembor has decided judgment, if you were to go down below, she's the one that will take you there kicking and screaming. She's also the one that stops people from going there that shouldn't be there.
Cerberus.
Love Sir. What a good boy.
In the more barrack tone of things, she is known more as a nature goddess, and it is only in her wrath that she brings things like earthquakes. Most of the time, she's a benevolent god.
Guardian deity of the earth. I like the sound of her. Ooh.
Is there any way to notify the worship of not just them but Cord as well of this situation?
Oh, we will be speaking in council. That said, religion is a large thing. we can speak with our fellow churches here in Guilds Row, and I'm sure they will speak with their larger clergies across the seas. But while I believe you, I feel like they may have an issue believing the word of one man.
Would they believe someone more devoted to Raven Queen?
This is not an issue of the Raven Queen or really what God you're talking about. This is interchurch politics. If I'm going to be honest, I would love to have somebody that can speak with the Raven Queen in our clergy. I would. But if you are trying to use that as a way of pressure on the other churches, I feel you may be wasting your time.
Not pressure, it's more concern. And if there's ever a moment that we might be able to do something about this, it's now. I understand. Do you feel, from your understanding of things, that if I were to devote myself more and solely to the Raven Queen, would that help her? With stronger belief in her from somebody like me, maybe give her more strength, maybe make her able to communicate more often.
He's going to put his hand on your arm, and I feel like you misunderstand faith. It is something you need to feel from your heart. If you wish to worship the Raven Queen in your heart, then by all means do so. You cannot force faith. I understand that you have been privileged to have your deity in such a physical sense around you. And I feel as though that may have skewed your idea of religion. You cannot force things that are not in your heart. And I will not ask you to. I will guide you. If you wish to be here and you wish to learn, I am more than happy.
My faith was gutted and taken from me. And this is the first time that I felt that something has given me any feeling that it's been given back. And I can't let it slip. So please, help me, teach me in any way that you...
Okay.
What can we do? Like I know this is we walked in, we dropped a bomb, and now we're sitting here picking your brain about what we can do. This might be, we might need to come back here. We have the Guild Pact game tomorrow.
Can I spend the night
You
here?
also have the Guild Pact.
We need to get licensed if we're gonna be fighting gods.
We're all so busy.
Hilda didn't have to, but that was
Can I
apparently
spend the night here?
Yes, we're open 24/7 if you'd like. You can have my cot.
I wish to.
What? I heard something wrong.
Cock.
C-O-T.
He said cock.
I need to learn how to praise the Raven Queen more. Can I get some of that schmeat?
Father. I mean, daddy. I mean, father.
I know I'm not your typical altar boy, but
He's a bit big, but he'll do.
It's a thick boar.
All right. Yes, you can. I'd love to continue to pick your brain and get some more details.
so I'm gonna tell them that I will be at the prize call in the morning.
I have
I have normal wake up time.
some things I feel I need to do now. Okay, that's some good information to have. I know this is a lot to drop on you. I knew slightly more than you before this conversation.
Tell Bastion, Lolax, and Longbeard that this is where I'll be. And I'll be at the Pride's Call.
Oh, you're staying here tonight.
Staying here.
Have a good night, boys. It's cool to see a forward-thinking church.
Right. As you guys start to file out,
Also,
they're going to grab Sticks by the elbow quickly.
yeah, I wanted to talk with him.
I'm just like looking at all of
Do we
them
need
as
to
I'm patting
leave the room
Bobo.
again?
Like
Um,
I'm leaving with Bobo and like looking at them like Bobo's a good boy.
so I would assume what you were talking about came out in conversation from Bobo, where he mentioned he was undead.
No, he did not mention he was undead. I saw it on him.
Oh, you mentioned it.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Didn't
Sorry.
say, nope,
So
yes.
that's what you were talking about, right? It's been a long day.
It's like a personal question, you know. You know, just ask.
Undead was a strong word as well. He's tainted, but I don't believe it is true undeath, though he is touched.
I kind of relief sigh just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm still in on
My
this conversation. Right?
Yeah.
Wait. I love to see forward-thinking gods like
Little,
that, bro.
little more of a relief sigh knowing he's not a true undead. Then.
So
The Princess Bride
let's
mostly
just
dead.
say I decided to use some of my holy magic to
He's not dead, but he's
figure out if he was undead. What would it tell me? Would it come up negative? Would it come up positive? Or would it
Bing bing.
be on the fence?
It would be on the fence.
Is there any way we can help him become not undead and more
Take
alive?
him away from whatever entity that he's spoken with, which is apparently the same one that has the Raven Queen.
The one we'll be dealing with quite a bit.
I'm sorry to say it, but while he's with you, it seems as though the unnamed one will have an inside man.
Is Bobo fighting to become a real boy?
Oh, no.
That is my assumption. I don't know.
We believe his intentions are good, but obviously, whatever has its grasp on him. Is not.
If only you guys knew half of it.
Stacking bodies like no other party member. We think he's on the right side. His heart's in a good place.
You killed more people than we'll kill in this entire campaign.
I'm not going to tell this person more details
With
about
one
Bobo.
action. I'll point
Bobo
out.
specifically, but I assure him that I will do my very best to keep an eye on him.
Well, you will be with me tonight, so which is why I was speaking with you on the front. I didn't sense evil from him,
Nor do I.
though he's covered in it. I would
Ooh.
keep your eye out.
So what you're saying is use that piece of food that you really wanted to eat, but you dropped on the floor, and you're like, damn, I don't know, there's a lot of hair and shit on this.
But it do be delicious. Like a jalapeno
I see
popper.
that the Kalimvor priests are teaching you all well.
Is that a slight?
Yes.
That was just
It was also supposed to be a joke.
Yes.
Didn't even make you roll insight.
The priest told you
The
to your face.
that was
The
more
priest
me
told
in
you
play.
yes.
That was me in player. I'm sorry.
That
Okay.
also means the DM fucking with you.
I hate all of you.
No, the priest told you yes.
If I may be coming back, I feel like. Also, would I know if there's any churches in Kelmvor or maybe organizations that follow Kelmvor in
don't exist.
Selesnya? I would assume so.
In Selesnya? No. Though you guys are more in the Whitestone area right now, which is in Precinct 2. They have quite a few. There are a bunch of churches scattered throughout, but the Selesnya don't really like dealing with the death gods.
Ironic.
So, you can find them. They are in town.
I will probably be coming back. Obviously, I feel like I will leave Thakk here with you, even though I feel like
You're not leaving me here with him. I chose to stay here.
I'm just saying I'm not staying with you. Even though I feel like there might be some good that could come from it. I feel like on my way out, if it's okay with you, I'll take a few minutes in the pews and pray to the Raven Queen and Kellenborg, possibly ask for guidance. But other than that, I hope that you're able to help back here.
Do as you will. I will be heading back out front just in case there are any more parishioners. If you'd like to speak with me, we can speak out there, though.
Yeah, I'll follow him. I'm kind of gonna stick by him.
He leaves you to pray. Two of you walk out without your other friends and see Lolax. Lolax, what have you been doing this entire time? Because just telling the story of everything that has happened with this holy symbol, they've been in there for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so I would have been watching the crowd, looking for somebody that like would be walking by and is like obviously sloshed, and then I would like go behind a corner and then come back out as them, and then I would be pretty much just like mingling about and like trying to eavesdrop on like conversations about like things that are happening and kind of just getting a lay of the land, so to speak.
I thought where you were going with that is you were just gonna go fuck with people that were like sloshed by like coming up as them sloshed and
No.
talking with them.
It's Mardi Gras at midnight.
Yeah. All right. You see that there's this male rock gnome that is holding this like bronze tankard as he's walking around, and just seems to be 3 sheets to the wind gone. He keeps trying to talk to people, but he's only speaking in Gnomish right now. So the majority of people don't understand him. And then he's getting upset that they're not speaking with him. This is ridiculous.
How dare they?
So as you go around the corner, come back as him. Go ahead and give me an investigation check with your charisma
Okay.
to pick up rumors and things like that.
Notified.
So I can just roll charisma then, basically.
If you're not trained in investigation.
Yeah.
Am I? No, I'm not. Cool. 10 total.
10 total. All right. Un momento, por favor.
That's what your charisma modifier.
I rolled a 6.
Also, what
I'll
time
do
were
it.
we about to take break? Just
In about 15 minutes.
okay, around 8.
So we might get to the Guild Pact games and then play it actually next session.
We'll see.
Next Saturday, right?
I do have something I'd like to do to slow down this session before we get there.
Perfect.
You got a special lady you need to talk to?
No, as we were going, I was like, Sail would have several things he would want to do in regards to all this information.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you're wandering the streets and trying to talk to people, you hear that there are a lot of people talking about this crazy dude around the corner. He is apparently ranting and raving. If that's something you want to go check out.
I would probably go and like scope it out, you know?
All right. You see a female deep gnome, so one of the Snurf Neblin.
Okay.
She is. She keeps repeating the same line, which is, "Descendant calls his name that none of us can hear. Revel in the filled silence and rejoice that the unnamed has a hand that executes their will. Those that question their divine order will be trampled by the Ascendant and held before the unnamed's judgment."
Hate to break it to him.
I'd like to walk up to them.
Can we get that written down full?
Yeah, can we get that in the Discord somewhere?
During the break, I'll write it down.
Okay,
I'll put it
excellent.
Yeah. It just sounds important.
Sounds like we need to unpack it.
I'm gonna walk up to them and then in primordial say, "Who is the unnamed?"
The Ascendant calls his name that none of us can hear. Revel in the filled silence and rejoice. They just keep repeating themselves.
So even though I'm speaking to them in primordial, they're just ignoring me?
No, they're looking you dead in the eye. They turn their eyes, these milky white eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and their face looks terrified. Like they are moving their hands and they are almost like they are trying to communicate, but this is the only thing that they can say.
Got it. So it doesn't even look like they're like registered anything I was saying. They're just like a vessel.
Give me an insight check.
20 dirty.
30-20? No. They registered what you said. They turned to respond. This is all that can come out of their mouth. They cannot say anything else.
Need to reset.
Up with fireball.
Can I investigate the area nearby and see if there's like somebody who might be affecting this deep gnome with a spell, or something that seems out of sorts and like it's magical?
Sure. Go and give me a either investigation or perception. Your choice.
+1 or a +0?
Distance. You're gonna jump based off your strength.
7.
7.
Strength modifier.
There's a very large festival going on right now. Trying to pick a certain person out of the crowd is nearly impossible.
I'm going to write down what they said,
Okay.
and I'm just going to keep note of that, and then I'm going to keep around this general area and looking out for another terrorist attack.
Okay. You jot down what they say, and as you start to like walk away to kind of like post up in a corner, they start like grabbing you, and grabbing your robes, and like they keep shouting this at you. And if you choose to pull away, they will kind of fall to their knees and they start sobbing while repeating the same line over and over.
So when they fall to their knees, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on the ground, and I want there to be a kind of like a box that's like a check mark and then an X. And I'm going to say, "Can you understand me?" And then I'm going to point to the ground.
Check mark.
Did you do this to your... Are you able to say anything besides what you're saying?
X.
Did somebody cast a spell on you?
In the dirt, they draw a question mark.
Okay. Do you have anybody nearby who knows you personally?
They circle the question mark.
Do you know if there's going to be another attack? Do you want me to take you to somebody who can help?
Check mark.
I'm going to take them back to the church.
All right. As you guys are walking out, you hear this deep gnome ranting and raving.
Oh, so that's all it takes to get to go to church, huh? Huh?
Yeah, somebody
Somebody who needs
needed my
help.
help. Yeah.
I mean, I needed your help, but
Yeah.
You did not need my help for a conversation. And you asked me to trust you when previously you touched something and became brain dead.
I also trusted you with my child.
After you, like, almost had them die.
That's on you.
We can talk about that later if you want to, but...
You leave your child with a lot of people.
I trusted you with my child. You literally forget about him for weeks at the house.
The entire party, like, that means nothing.
All right. As the two of you are walking out, because they're still inside discussing,
I'm just rubbing my head and like, don't let them get to.
Hey.
You. Low.
Made a friend?
I'm just gonna say.
No. I think they're under some kind of enchantment, and they're saying stuff about the Ascendant.
they've not caught up this entire time, by the way.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm speaking over them.
It's alright, bud. I got it covered. He's dead. Descendant.
They shake their head.
What do you mean? What do you mean you shake your head?
I cast Minor Illusion on the ground.
What do you
Ask
mean?
yes or no questions.
What
Go
do you
for it.
mean?
The Ascendant is dead.
No.
Is it? Is
Yes.
it a new Ascendant?
You're inside talking.
Right.
You're crying at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I'll ask: is there a different one, or is he back? Like,
Yes or no questions. How
is there
hard
a
is it?
different one? Is he back? Both yes or no question.
Yes.
in the dirt? Question mark. Question mark.
Cool.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want to burn a spell slot for this, and I'm gonna cast Identify, and I'm gonna target this person looking for magical effects about them, like just around, affecting them.
Isn't that just detect magic?
Yeah, but I want a more targeted, like.
Oh, okay. You cast Identify, and you see that their tongue has been cursed.
Okay. Okay.
There's no spell correlated. This is old magic.
Okay.
Though, with the Identify spell, you do understand that they've been cursed to only be able to repeat this line.
Yep.
And that... how much do you get out of it?
Would you like me to check the text?
Or
Yes,
Smurf.
please.
Or
Alright.
Smurf. in that
Choose one object you must touch throughout the casting of the spell.
So you touch them.
Yeah.
Touch their tongue.
They're not an object. But okay.
If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by the spell, you learn which spell created it. You instead judge a creature throughout the casting. You learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting.
My point stands. There's no name for this spell.
Okay.
This is old magic.
I'll like look at them. I'll look at them, look at Lolex, look at them, and just like drag fingers along the strings. My eyes will light up. Be like, hold on, I'm gonna grab their face.
Pull their tongue out.
I'm gonna open your mouth wider. You can keep trying to talk.
Those are questions of mine. Or will be trampled by the ascendant and held before the unnamed judgment.
Water skin, wash my fingers off, and grab their tongue. Like, yeah. Alright, their tongue is cursed. The spell doesn't even have a name. Their tongue is just cursed, and they can't say anything other than this.
Well, is there a way to remove curses?
Yes! It's a level of magic that is slightly outside my capabilities, and I'm a little annoyed about that fact right about now.
Do you think there's anybody inside the church that could help?
The old man, maybe, or somebody. But where do you know when you were cursed? When you get the X in the check.
When?
You're
Yeah, it would be a yes or no.
No, that is a yes or no.
Oh, okay.
It's more. I'm trying to remember my own timeline at the moment for this character.
Sorry.
Check mark.
Okay. Were you cursed within 5 minutes walk of here? Like
Oh, I think you
nearby?
said when, not where.
I did say when. Now I'm asking where.
Oh. X.
Were you more than 10 minutes away from
Check mark.
you? Walked a ways. All right. You get them to some medical help. Probably a higher level cleric or maybe the pendant. I want to talk to some people tonight. I wanted to have our friend date, but while you were out, it's like, this is bad, but what we learned in the church is arguably worse.
Well, that's comforting. This person needs help, and I'm
Yes.
going to see to it that they get help.
You can check in there. I'm gonna.
I'd rather not, but if I have to, then I have to.
All right. So you're going to go inside and check on that. And I think with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
God bless.
Welcome back. Last we left off, you guys were talking with an insane person when you found out they weren't insane, they were just cursed and begging for help. And the only way that they could.
I thought this was a throwaway NPC, but it turns out they need my help.
Yeah.
They still are throwaway.
It's something I wrote like a few months ago that when you were asked, I was like, oh, I do have things prepared for this.
It's a hook.
Wait, months ago before the Ascendant died?
Yes.
Wait.
Is this an old hook? Is this like one of those times where you go to like an earlier patch and you're like, oh, I've already done that, but like...
It's still a valid hook. I promise.
Fucking cool. Yo, yeah.
It's the art of the DM. It's 5 hooks out. All right, they hated 4. They're going back.
Go back. All right. You guys had discussed with Father Fibbin, the Shadow Elf priest of the Raven Queen, and discussed that you were all chosen. And tried to figure out what that entailed, and even he didn't really know other than this is a old thing. You guys are 3 ages past when this would normally happen. Lowlax, who had stayed out, decided to go looking around, disguised himself as a drunk rock gnome that you'd seen ambling about, and ran into that gnome that we talked about earlier that was ranting and raving.
Good no.
You brought them back to the temple to go speak with the priest, and Sail and Bobo are going to go do a little sightseeing of their own. I'm going to stay on with the deep gnome for now, and then I'll bounce back to you guys. You walk in, and you see that like Styx is sitting in the pews crying, as well as Fibbin and Thakk having a hushed conversation towards the front.
Okay, well, none of them know who I am, so I'm just going to escort the deep gnome over to somebody who looks like they're a spellcaster, so probably the priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I believe my friend here is cursed, and specifically their tongue, and I'm wondering if you have the ability to help them.
Sail arm through the door. Their tongue's cursed. Walks out.
That man is often helpful.
I
Don't
was,
say you weren't.
I was in here earlier talking about it. I was like, I checked it. Leaving.
They stop and they start looking them over. They start pulling on magics, and they identify the curse, and they start to pull on magics, trying to unbind this. And the two of you go ahead and give me either religion or arcana checks. You can give me the same, but at disadvantage.
No.
12.
15. So I just want you to know that I rolled a 5 and a 20, so 5.
5.
Hate to see it.
You see that he starts pulling on these like dark tendrils of energy and starting to wrap them up in light as he's trying to drape this over this deep gnome's head. But as he drapes it over, they start to just fizzle. And the spell fails. The two of you, knowing what this is and actually knowing where like it comes from faith, you realize with your guys' previous conversation, you may be limited in his capability with the Raven Queen. That's it.
Take him somewhere else.
Do you know of any other gods here that might not be, you know?
I'm sorry. I've tried my best, but it's beyond my capabilities.
Okay, is there anybody else nearby that can help him out, or them out?
You could. There are multiple institutions. You could speak with Boros. You could speak with Slesnia. They have healers and such, as well as other priesthoods.
Okay, which one's going to be closer?
Stronghold?
Jeremy needs to be adjusted.
I was trying to not distract while there was a conversation going on, which is why I was whispering. Sorry.
That distracts me more. You can go see Kellenborg. See their home. It's Guild brother, is there any type of god that you have a for?
No. Actually, I was hoping that you would just be able to cure them and then I could walk out of here. But if they need help, then I'm going to take them to another place because they can't speak for themselves. Quite literally, as you can see. I was just wondering which one was the closest walking distance.
There should be a Kellenvor nearby, just because it's keeping it in the family. Kellenvor, Raven Queen, like Christ in a line.
Oh, all in the line? Yeah. That easy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Totally makes sense.
That's how they build church
They
books
actually
in
all
real
neighbor-
life,
they
right?
actually all neighbor each other.
Yeah.
It's like a hexagon.
Mm-hmm. Across the street is like Kara and Cord.
They all form the Voltron of death.
Exactly. On a megazord of death gods and D&D right into battle.
You could. The closest would most likely be Helion. God of the Sun.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll start heading over there. And then I'm going to turn to the deep gnome. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion again, but this time with the alphabet. What's your name?
This takes a while. Andrew has to go back and go find your name.
What did you have for breakfast?
Because of what's going on with Thakk nightmares, would he be freaking out by what the guy is saying?
Can you tell the difference between Jeremy and the wall?
Yeah, they never specified whatever god it was.
Okay.
But they were.
But I hear the aesthetics, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
On the stream, you're drywall colored.
Yes. You
Fuck
100%.
Well, Thakk freaks out with what that guy's saying and tries to get out of earshot.
Okay.
Very quickly run into the back room where he used to be. And you see Pippin is just like speaking with his.
That's a whole thing.
Okay, he's insane and a prophet. Cool.
That's how prophets work. At least in real
The
life.
deep gnome starts to spell learning mount, and it's SYMMA.
So, Cinna. Okay. Well, Cinna, I'm going to take you over to the sun place unless you have an issue with that as a deep gnome. Okay, well, it looks like we're heading that way. Anybody is welcome to join if they want to, I say candidly, to anybody in the room.
I will come with after I'm.
You don't even know
I
that.
don't know who it is.
Oh.
Lolex.
Oh, I have no inkling at all.
I'm not trying to conceal it, and you might be able to read between the lines if you had been around me more. But you could certainly roll insight. I'm not trying to hide it.
What?
So I have a dead scroll from like session 2.
Yeah,
So we're on
you
it.
understand.
I assume
Like,
you've
if
snacked
anybody
on it.
wants to join me, and you're just like, ah.
There's exactly 2 people in this room who can talk. One of them works and lives here.
So I guess I'll just kind of read between the lines and be like, I'm done praying, I'll follow.
All right.
Have a great night, and I hope you can get them the help they need.
Me too. Thank you for your assistance.
Thank you so much, Father Pippin. Yeah, on our way we go. I'm just gonna.
You are father.
Why are you a deep gnome?
They're rock.
Rock gnome?
This is an interesting question, and I'm going to answer it in the most long-winded way that I can. So, have you read the prosecution articles about sorcerers?
No, but you did briefly mention that, yeah, they don't like sorcerers here.
Yeah, so that's me. I'm gonna like whisper so that way Sima doesn't hear us. And it's not in my best interest to be prosecuted, so I'm trying to keep a low profile.
If
It was a lot less long-winded than I was fearing.
Well, he already
well,
has the
I don't know
background.
would I have known that you're a changeling?
No.
Okay, so I guess I'll just
In front of you.
so I guess I'll ask if you wouldn't
I think only.
you casting magic make it easier to identify if you're a sorcerer?
So, really quick, you would know that he's a changeling because he was Bobo in front of you when you first got there.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't know what exactly
he
it
wasn't
was.
because
No,
I
I do
was
remember.
Bobo.
I do remember. Like I rubbed my forehead, and I was like, "Ooh, Bobo, what?"
I thought that was before we interacted with. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Okay,
No, you.
But I guess I
So,
might not have known it. No, because you did change your face.
No, the
to
moment-
something else.
Yeah.
When you were
All
talking
right.
with me.
The moment your character got introduced, he fucked with you.
Yeah.
But would I have known that
Oh,
you?
yeah.
You probably would
You
have.
may not know what changelings are per se because they are fairly rare, but you understand that's a shapeshifter.
Okay, well then I guess I'll just say with my like knowledge, I'll be like, okay, well, wouldn't casting magic make it easier to detect if you were a sorcerer?
I mean, if they were specifically looking for me, but I haven't done anything that would make it so that I've drawn overly too much attention to myself.
Got other people in the party for that.
Fine. And then I'll just like I'll just walk with you to this church of
The sun.
the sun.
Jeremy
Guys,
knew this.
and almost like in contrast to the Raven Queen, the Church of Heliod is this bright, gaudy temple. It is covered in gold filigree, and almost like the sun symbol at the very top is glowing itself, letting out a faint light. As you guys walk in, you can hear a faint choir.
I'm just gonna
Like a
shiver the
C1?
entire time I'm in here, like.
I didn't
Well,
like
that's
the emo church. I don't like the church.
As you continue on in here, there are many parishioners, and some of them seem a little sluggard, like they may be on communion wine.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, can you point us to the nearest priest that can help with magic?
They point you over and you actually see this very large warforged who has the symbol of the sun emblazoned on his chest. And
Interesting.
hello.
Hi. Do you have the ability to remove curses? This is our second church.
Also, just question: how late is it? At this point, how late is it?
It's like 10 o'clock.
Just walking in.
Yeah.
Can you remove curses? This is the second church. 10 o'clock at night. Fuck.
No.
Do you know somebody who can?
I think you misunderstand how that all works. So,
Go on.
removing a curse is
I'm gonna hand him a bottle of water.
a fairly high level spell
Ah.
for most people.
Mm.
You're not going to presumably walk into any random church and find it. Sorry.
Okay. But this is Guild's Row. Like some of the most powerful people in the world live here.
Right, you need to go talk to the most powerful people in the world, not a church down the street.
Okay. So where would you recommend if you were trying to have a curse removed?
Probably the Selesnya.
Okay. Just like go to the Lesbian embassy or like.
The big, he'll lead you outside the big tree.
Yeah.
He points at this towering tree that kind of like dominates the skyline. If
Yggdrasil.
you go to the very top,
Is there like a mode of public transportation that still operates and goes to the top, or
the whole
is
point of the tree is that it's supposed to be a journey.
I'm gonna make some friends along the way.
Didn't mean to be, but now I am.
Don't worry, new friend, I'll help you. What do you mean it's gonna take 3 years to help you?
Well, Sticks, what do you think we do here?
At this point, Simon is just like still babbling this nonsense, and a lot of the parishioners are starting to look at them funny.
First, tongue, can't talk.
Right, but how?
Probably because somebody cast it on them and they aren't able to talk and speak for themselves. So
No, we got that.
yeah. So what's the question then?
What spell?
I would assume they're asking
The social
how,
grace of
and
sandpaper.
We
my
don't know.
assumption would be there's somebody close by.
Do you think this is like a proximity thing?
I mean, it might not be proximity, but they had to cast it on this person somehow.
I mean, I guess so. I don't.
So that means that
I
they.
guess we could either homebrew some research here and go into the library, or we could ask somebody to escort them to the top of a tree.
Okay. Well, first of all, this rock gnome seems sentient, right? Okay.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
Okay. So you're not like dead and being controlled other than your tongue, correct?
Thumbs up.
I don't know how much we can trust her, but it seemed fairly genuine while she's like babbling about the Ascended.
I feel like there's something that we need to know about this. Like, it seems like too much of a coincidence that this is happening.
So let me pull up. You put it under bonking. So she's saying the Ascended calls his name that none of us can hear. Revel in the filled silence and rejoice that the unnamed has a hand that executes their will. So the Ascended calls the name that none can hear. So it's something that nobody can hear that the Ascended was talking. Wait. Okay, well I wouldn't know this, but as a person. Revel in the filled silence and rejoice that the unnamed has a hand. So the Ascended is calling something that nobody can hear, and everybody should revel in the silence that is what I'm assuming the Ascended can't hear, because the unnamed has a hand that executes the Ascendant's will.
That's cool. So I have a question for you. Is there a way that you can? I don't know how this works, right? So bear with me. This might be a dumb question. Can you talk to your god and have them talk back to you? Is that a thing you can do?
So after the third age, the age of 7, the gods have to take a step back. And the balance in the cosmos made it so that demons and devils could be more involved on Gilstein. It's a balancing act. The more they interfere, the more the others can. So you can.
So other than the dreams that I've really been having, I haven't had much need to try. It hasn't been something that I've needed for a long time. You know, typically you just have faith in your god. It's something that I could try. I don't know if it's something that would help.
Well, I'm wondering if they can maybe answer some questions, and if you're willing to do it, then I think that might save us some time. But you know, like, I don't get faith, so it's up to you, man.
So we're in this Church of the Sun, right?
Church of Heliod. Yeah.
Heliod. Would I know if like followers of Heliod or Heliod has any relation to Keldor?
None.
At
None
all.
whatsoever. Heliod is like the southern sun god. They're a whole different sect. They're both. Heliod is a greater god, whereas Kalingor is an elder god. Some people even believe that Heliod actually answers to Palor, but some people believe that's blasphemy. They do not cross very often.
Different
Maybe I try this.
dimensions.
Maybe we should not be in here.
Okay. Is there a better place?
Just I don't want to like. You don't go into somebody else's home and then impose your home's rules on them. So
Should we just maybe do it at the Pride's Call later, or is there like a place that would give you like more ability to speak?
I guess I'll just look over to this gnome and be like, "How tired are you?"
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, I figured they gave me a thumbs up earlier. Very tired. Very tired.
And as you look at them, they are disheveled. They are covered in dirt and grime. They have like mud caked into their hair.
Have you been doing this for a long time? Let's just go into the alley real quick.
Oh.
Wait. I'm saying this in front of a church of people. Like, let's just bring this person to the alley real quick. They're like, oh.
Okay. How about we go out there, see what we can do, and then maybe we get them a shower and someplace where they're not going to, where they'd be more comfortable. Because there's obviously nobody who's been helping them at all
Yeah.
prior to me.
I mean, just in my time in Selesnya, I would typically ignore anybody who's,
Poor.
ranting.
You're not there.
Ranting and raving on the street. Sometimes they're just crazy. Sometimes they feel like they can push their agenda on others. But obviously, this is not the case. Makes me question how much this possibly has happened in Selesnya. Yeah, wherever might be a good place for us to be away from people.
You know that there are specific spells and things. You may have access to them, like augury, but it's because of this distance that they've had to impose. It's difficult to just go like, "Hey, God."
Not as easy as it was back in the old days. I could just go, "Hey, God," and he would what? I miss the working relationship I had with Moradin.
It's not something you can do today. but
Humans
there's always
became
tomorrow.
unlikable. Started eating too much ass.
What? I guess I don't know. I heard like this little voice in the back of my head. What about Morgan? Morgan has a high place in this city.
I mean, yeah, I think she could maybe help. I'm a little bit hesitant to rope her into all of this, given that she's pretty much explicitly said I can't really help you. So,
Is this not a citizen of Selesnya?
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, I think there's good that we can do here, and, I don't know, I'd like to use her as, like, a last resort, unless you think that there's no other way.
Somebody who is more trained in my craft may be able to help, but I cannot help with this.
Morgan is also not a cleric.
But she might have connections, is what I was looking for more. Like, because she's in the government, right? Yggdrasil?
No.
No?
Azorius is like
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, I figured maybe they would have a cleric in the Azorius. Maybe they have some in the Boros that
I think our best bet at this point is to take them back to the Pride's Call and kind of let Von Veer know what's going on.
Do they have a soundproof room?
Yo, Von Veer, we're bringing in this
Maybe,
crazy
but I
person.
also press in Von Veer to come up with a creative solution if that's annoying him.
We can put her in the kiln.
I love Monger. Okay. I I don't have anything to help her or to even shut her up. I can make it so other people can't hear her.
How about this? Maybe we stop at like an alchemy shop and see if there's maybe some sleeping potions, thing to help them sleep. And
Would a sleeping potion even stop the cursed tongue from speaking, except for maybe help them?
I don't know, but looking at them, they probably look pretty ragged and tired. So, like any kind of respite from this, even if it's for a couple of days, maybe we can find something to do with them. Help them out.
All right. While you guys think on that, Bobo,
Yes, God.
what are y'all up to?
Alright. I have a fucking headache. So here's this, and I hand him a joint.
I'll be like, okay. And while he's like going forward, not looking at me anymore, I'm just gonna.
I pull out my own, light it, turn around.
I ate it.
It's not fine. And so it occurs to me, you and I haven't had a chance to check in. How are you? How you doing?
Well,
what's on your mind? You got
I almost died,
thing.
and ever since I got back, it's you almost died. Oh, you killed so many people. You're kind of a monster, and it's kind of been like repeated with everybody I've met and everybody I knew beforehand, and everybody seems very disappointed that I'm here. So, not great.
I'm not disappointed that you're here at all, and I'm not gonna harp
I just
on the
put
fact.
the party in danger, and I told the god that I would betray everybody and be a bigger disappointment than I already am.
No. You
Agreed.
blew up the bad guy because you didn't think you were gonna make it, and then you decided to stay alive. And as much as everybody else seems to have quite the opinion over left, right, and center, I feel I'm gonna apologize. I was a little upset, not about the explosion, because I sent both. I was part of the people who was like, yeah, we can send you guys off. It'll be fine. And when the ground shook, I realized that was an entirely reasonable outcome for that. Now that I think about it, that we took our eyes off you and quite an explosive payload was found.
Yes.
No,
So
it was I was a little upset because your uncle tried to light the house on fire.
Didn't know he was alive.
Yep. And that's when I realized that you were having a tough time, and maybe that wasn't a lot. That wasn't very nice to add to your plate. So I wanted to say I'm sorry that I was a little spicy about it.
It's all good. Appreciate it.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
I mean, I could really use 1,000 gold.
Yeah. We're working on that. And a bit more what I can do right now. You know,
Don't know what there is to be done.
run some.
I haven't even done anything for myself.
Well, I wanted to talk with the spirit that lets me shoot magic out of my hands, and then maybe try to talk to some other spirits. Would you like to come along, or you want to?
Sure. I haven't ever talked to a spirit, except for the one that I'm in debt to,
Mhm.
and I don't have any abilities that allow me to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm curious why I'm able to do these things and what kind of debt I'm in, and I think they might have the answers, so
Oh,
tag along.
talk with me. I'll tell you what happened to me. You see, the Black Paws attacked my house and then burnt it to the ground and killed my dad. And then I was upset, and I had a bit of a moment. Not gonna lie.
Good.
Looking back, it was quite the time for me. But I called out, and I just asked for help. And looking at how that's worked out for some of the people around me, I realized that I was kind of lucky with who answered. And that's why I gotta go a wandering and a walking, because they need help after they helped me. And they used a lot of their chutzpah to help me. So that's why when Lolex is like, when people have power, they're usually bad. Oh, I happen to know somebody who didn't fit that mold, but see if they can help us today. All right. I'd like to go back to the stream outside of the inn and
Okay.
follow that down to the shore, or where it lets out into our larger body.
All right. You know that stream actually connects into the main river that
Mhm.
goes through Guild Row, and you wind up on the Trades Guild Promenade, which leads out toward the docks
Mhm.
that you were at previously that day.
So I'm where two rivers meet near the ocean.
Yes.
Perfect.
Like I said, in comparison to the rest of the Guild's Row, this is a small dock. But from where you're from, it's massive.
Yep.
There are galleon-sized ships that are docked. There are smaller trading vessels, all the way down to just small commuter boats. From this area, you can charter out towards Yorhem, which is this agricultural, the agricultural capital of all of Altasia, and that Guild Row has this great working relationship
Mhm.
with Yorhem. So a lot of goods get moved through here, but it's also right next to the Serpent Strait.
Mhm.
This entire area is just charged with possibility and on the edge of disaster at all times.
Perfect.
What do you do?
Well, everybody immediately was like, who's the biggest god we could ask for help? Did you notice that?
Yes.
And it was like, who's the most important person we can find?
The Raven Queen.
Yeah. And then we found out that we needed to go bigger, so it was like, what about her dad? And then we kind of didn't really know about where to go with that.
Yeah.
I am a bigger fan of asking the many. They're a bit more grounded in understanding when things go badly, it can go badly for them, you know?
Mhm.
So, would you help me?
Yeah, however I can. I don't have any experience talking to gods, but if there's any way I could help.
That sounds like you got a bit of experience.
I stab Bobo in the heart in a ritualistic sacrifice.
Finally!
Blood for blood.
Now I can make a character that's not wanted. I mean, this character's not wanted by anybody, but he is wanted. Almost go out as no. Sorry, I have a knack for doing things while you drink.
That's a quotable moment right there.
I want you here. But, well, I'm going to talk to my little friend, and then I'm going to try to ask some other friends, and, see where this goes, I'm more throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what works,
Alright, see what sticks.
I'm going to take my water skin and just dump it out, and I'm going to take the holy symbol and have it off of my person, and I'm going to bury it in the sand, several feet away from where I'm working.
Okay.
I'm just while I'm looking in the other direction, you make sure nobody messes with that pile right there where the amulet is.
Okay.
And
Do I have feelings towards the amulet? Do I stare at it and feel whispers in my brain?
No. For an amulet that's not supposed to be magic to you, that's very magical.
Right. If I'm getting powers from him, wouldn't it be something I could benefit? I'll figure this out later.
hold up.
Hold up.
But I'm gonna go fill my water skin with river water and then go a certain distance away from the shore, and then very carefully pour it out and note where the stream splits.
Okay.
Preferably 3 different splits.
You're looking for what?
3 points where the stream that I pour out splits into separate, smaller streams as it goes towards the water.
Okay.
And as I do that, would you like me to just keep going and describing what I'm doing?
Yes, because
Okay.
I want to see where this is going.
All right. Let's go get that squirrel.
Yes, I have from session 2 when we all went hunting and I found my own. I have a rotted squirrel.
You do.
Yeah.
Could I get like the skull, but reasonably clean? And while he's doing that, the symbols of Kara and Christ that I asked about before we went on break.
So, Kara, the voice of the Tempest, her sign is a yellow bolt of lightning impacting on water. So it impacts the water and then there's a spray, like an explosion. Hrist, the quaking one, her sign is a mountain splitting in half.
That's doable.
So there's a jagged line and then a mountain.
Mm-hmm. Both of those are doable, actually. I'm gonna make a little divot on one side and like have a little pool of water stay there, and then I'm gonna pile up a little hill and then like cut it in half.
Okay.
I'm gonna minor illusion like little lightning bolts over both.
Okay.
And then I want
like this.
one little central one. That's the major one. I'm gonna do essentially an effigy to the Raven Queen, but like a symbol of her, not actually attempting to call her more focal.
Right.
So using the squirrel scrimshaw, basically.
Okay.
Love your brain.
And at this point, I'm gonna sit down, get the instrument out, and just kind of go. I looked this up so I know where to place certain syllables earlier. I was like, how do I? Majra. Yeah. Majra. Oh, we're starting now.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, come here. River water, like a little bit on top of him, a little bit on top of me. It's fine. And Majra got another. The Raven Queen like called me her champion. She's like trying to get me to help her out, and I'm just running it by you first, since like I've known you the longest, and I want to run out of entanglements to higher powers, just let you know what's going on, and like fill her in, basically. So this is what's been happening. It's and I'm gonna try to reach out to the remaining 2 daughters of the Raven Queen, and just not get them to respond to us, but to let them know what we're doing and where we're doing it and why we're doing it. And I have someone who's been touched by the one who took their mother and their sister with me. He is not a willing participant.
You say that the main divot that you've dug out starts to boil.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you have a closer connection with your spirit because it is not a god.
Yep.
It is a physical manifestation that is on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
So contacting it and getting direct information is much easier, though she is much weaker.
Yep, and further away.
And further away. So at this point in time, there are certain times that you know about that you can get a direct contact with her. This is very much almost like casting augury, where you will get signs and symbols, but any like clear indicative answers will be difficult.
Yeah. This is more explaining to her what I do before I go talking to other higher powers. It's like, hey, I'm not doing anything squirrely.
Not going behind your back.
Yeah. But then I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna focus. Would you focus on Christ for me?
On who?
Christ.
I suppose.
That is the daughter of the Raven Queen who guards the gates, shakes the earth.
Alright, I know about her what you have just told me. So I will think about a raven who guards gates and shakes the planet.
and I try to give him the most like succinct concept of wrist that I can, or like a little minor illusion with imagery that I would have any concept of.
You don't need to make a roll for this. You can just role play this if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
If Bobo would like to see how well he understands, I guess you can roll intelligence.
All right.
I don't think you're stupid.
I'm not
You
a
can
stupid bird.
Roll religion if you have proficiency in it.
I don't.
All right, then it'd just be straight intelligence.
I don't think. I do. I have good religion, but I'm not proficient. 10. Wait,
10.
13.
13. All right.
Lucky number.
You were there during most of the conversations about Chris and Kara,
Mhm.
and it's not that you don't understand. It's just that it's a little foreign to you.
Yeah.
But you get her job.
Yeah.
You understand.
So, would you mind?
Thinking about her really hard?
Yeah. So, like, just thinking and focusing on Hrist for a bit because I feel like I would have a better connection with Kara, the Stormbringer, you know.
Yeah.
And Hrist sounds like somebody who might take an interest in you being where you need to be.
You okay?
And the earthen, deep metal taint that's in your body might.
But the thing in my head.
Yeah, we're baby steps. All right.
I'm just saying, if I talk to other people, like, how do I know I'm not creating a third connection with whatever's in my head?
That's entirely possible. Remember how I mentioned spaghetti at the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're fucking around.
I'll find out.
I'm basically gonna let Aurelia's sisters know that her mom asked us to hunt down the person that killed their sister and prison their mom.
I'll try to convey this message.
Yeah. So, little setup here. After doing all that prep work, I'm gonna focus on more Kara, the Serpent Strait.
A little bit more aligned
Yeah.
and a little bit closer.
Yep. And yeah, I'm basically 3 times in Common, Sylvan, and Primordial explain the situation in a ritualistic fashion.
Okay. As you sit there and try to convey this message into the pool of water that is supposed to represent Kara, and you are speaking to the sand mound that is supposed to represent Hrist. Can you both give me religion, persuasion, or religion charisma checks? This is going to be a very high DC.
So two separate checks?
No.
Or-
So it is going to be, if you're trained in a religion skill, you could add your proficiency, but you are using your charisma modifier.
Only if I'm trained in religion?
Yeah, if not, then it's just a straight charisma check.
Are you sure it's not persuasion?
I'm pretty sure.
14. No, it was a 15 minus 1.
Oh, for charisma. Yeah. I got a 19 for 23.
23. All right. So for Bobo, this is, while you understand the concepts being told, this is foreign.
I don't talk to gods right now. I'm talking to a dirt pile with a crack in it.
Right. Yeah. trying to establish belief on something that is so obviously not is difficult.
Mhm.
And you are not having any success. With a 23, as you were saying this, it is on the 3rd time in Primordial that there is a small discharge in the water, and it
The Aquan Primordial. I will probably like hesitate mid-speech and keep going and do the full spiel.
Mhm.
And having seen like I got that message through, I'm gonna try to do stuff like this on a somewhat regular basis. I'm not gonna ask you to accompany me the next time I do it.
Okay.
But if you'd like to, I'd like you to.
Yeah, Totally. And I'm just gonna be like, man, this dude likes to blow up puddles.
But, I basically was like, sister goddesses, we're doing a thing. Just let you know if you want to do anything about it. That was the point.
All right.
They want to discharge in our puddles.
That was the river, not just a puddle.
Oh.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Go back and try to figure out the gnome with the cursed tongue now.
All right. The two of you were going to go back to the pride's call, correct? Or just be completely checked out. That's cool.
Yes. I think going back to the pride's call with the gnome.
I think he's taking notes.
He is not. Going back to the pride's call with the gnome is probably a good idea at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I figured we would probably take them back to the price call.
So yeah, we'll take the screaming gnome.
You guys mosey on back to the pride's call. See Von Beer is he was just about to turn his sign over to open, and then he sees you guys and just
You could open. Oh wait, no, I'm not there yet.
alrighty, bring me screaming little one. Hello, screaming little one.
Cursed.
No. Okay.
Keep on here. So, like said, person's cursed. Does it really become? You know anybody that might be able to get rid of it?
He pulls out some tongs. They could.
Not like that. I already thought of that. Not like that.
Simply, do I know of people? Yes. Do I have contacts? No. I understand. I feel like Sayil may have painted a different picture of me. I am not in the game anymore.
I mean, it seems like you're pretty settled down, but it doesn't take.
I understand. I don't want false assumptions being made. Though there was that one guy that cured Thakk just today.
Well, I just wanted to ask.
That was hard to not say for a while.
Something like full exercise. I think he's gonna be very happy if we try and have him stay here all night.
I mean, do you think we should just kick her out on the street? Because I don't think that's a great idea, but we can also try to track down this priest or whoever helped Thakk earlier.
So just as a reminder,
It was a lot of money, and it
that
was a favor.
yes, but also what's going on tomorrow?
I mean, it's Guild Pact games, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be the ones to help. As long as we drop them off at a place where we can trust that they're taken care of. But my idea was to bring them here and have them stay here for a while and have some sleeping potions in them. And
We're gonna drug this poor gnome.
it's either that or they can wander the streets not smelling well and like having nobody help them and not knowing where to go next.
And then I'll like from our corner, I'll turn to Von Beer. Sleeping potions.
I do not deal in those types of things. It's surprise you desk.
Why would you fall asleep at a bar?
Oh. No. That's not. Von Beer, I'm so sorry. We're exhausting options. We feel bad kicking this person back out on the streets because.
No, I did not say I was going to kick them back out on the street.
But that's what I'm saying is that we're trying to help them and.
Yes, I get that. I have opened my bar to you guys as a part of the adventuring thing. I understand that. That is fine. I will give them a room, but
How far is the farthest room? Like, do you think that if they're in the farthest room, people in the bar wouldn't?
what is like your definition of farthest room, and what is your definition of room?
Would they be somewhat comfortable?
it would be better than the street, and I can make them up a bit.
What season is it right now? Is it like summer, or like what is the
It
weather?
is very much summer.
Summer. Like,
Why are you
does it get
asking?
cold?
Mercury,
You guys are in a city that nickname is the Desert Jewel.
Okay,
You're
so
in a
it doesn't
desert.
get like, but in the desert it gets really cold at night, right?
Right, except you're in a civilized area, meaning like all the sandstone, and it radiates heat out. So it stays pretty cozy. Do we
What I get?
want to call it a day?
No, we're good.
Sorry, there's so much like party splitting that like the Can you do that little trick again?
You guys didn't fix the gnome.
Wait, they're here?
I asked you to do
Yeah.
one thing.
Oh shit.
We weren't
well,
far.
the thing, like he doesn't minor illusion with the yes or no, right?
You didn't
And
find anybody with remove curse, dispel magic, nothing.
It's a long story. 1 second. Would you be okay in somewhere that isn't on the street for at least the night?
No, we're gonna give them a room.
Check.
Okay. Okay. You saw that?
Yes, I understand. I was going to give them a room. It was what do you want? Like here.
Okay, we give them a room.
It feels
Where
like
is the room? What is the temperature of the room?
Yeah. How nice are the sheets in the room? How many beds are in the room?
Do they get continental breakfast?
Point.
We would like to get them a room, and then we can be done with the conversation.
feels like I made you so recently. I feel bad putting this on you, but anything you can do to help us so that we can go to the Guild Pact games tomorrow.
You gonna help us anyway?
Oh my fucking god, can I not roleplay for like 2 seconds? You pieces of shit, holy fuck. Anyways. Yeah.
I'm more than happy. Well, I will put them in a nice room.
Thank you.
I understand you guys have a big game day. Big day tomorrow.
Yep.
And you all look a little bit more worse for wear. Where's the big green one?
He's spending the night at the Raven Queen Temple. It's a long story. We can fill you in tomorrow morning. Oh,
Right.
breakfast.
Guy he
I
likes.
just want to make sure that
He's not dead.
He wanted to sleep at a church.
I need to have a conversation with him again.
No, he got scared of this amulet I had and wanted to talk to God.
It's a little cold.
A bit more than that, boss, but yep.
Fucking. Oh, yeah, it's kind of chilly.
How many days has the inn been like out of service?
A full week now.
Okay.
Open up the bar.
I don't have 70 gold on me. But Sayo's like, I need to pay him back for like being shut down for so many days.
Well, why
dealing
don't
with our asses.
why don't we just have him open the bar? We'll have this person settle in a room that hopefully nobody in the bar can hear over a bustling bar in the middle of a festival, and we can have a drink and then go and.
Bonvir, do you want to have the bar open?
I mean, I do have significant savings, so I don't need it to be open for another while longer. Like I don't have bills. I do everything myself.
Yeah.
That said, don't get me wrong, the adventuring group is very exciting.
That's a word.
I miss normal people.
I'm gonna look over to Sail.
When did you know normal people?
Sail, open the bar. We'll have a drink and then we'll go to bed and then we'll go to the Guild Pact game.
we let's get the bar going. I'll help. For a little bit.
You all need to go to sleep. I can manage the bar on myself.
We might all need a drink.
You can have a drink. I'm more than happy.
So let's like we'll like prepare for the bar opening up, and then we'll commandeer a table in the corner where you can sit and like converse about tomorrow and stuff.
Sure. Little one, come with me. And you like put the hand out. She.
All right.
Jumps.
Screaming. Yes, I've been.
Would I have an idea of how much the pendant would charge for a dispel magic?
So there's two different ways you can get a price point for that.
Yep.
You can get a wizard in training. That this is like they're training at the spell and it's a much discounted price, or you can get like a true teacher, like Braun Anvil himself will do it.
Yeah.
There's normally a bit of a waiting list, and it costs a bit of money.
Brian learned that.
Headmaster Braun Anvil
That's Hilda's little brother.
be like that normal charge would be around 300 gold.
Yep. All right.
Though
Would that
you would know with Bastion's background, he's a kind man.
Just this is a separate question for Colby. How much would be like a scroll of spell magic? Like if we were to go to the pendant and be like, this spell for and a scroll, por favor.
There's normally like a scribing fee, so it's probably going to be closer to 350.
Okay. Just wanted to know that for the future because I can write scrolls into my book.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we can take him to the pendant. We can talk to Bastion's teacher, maybe. We can take him to the big tree, see if anybody there is nice today. We can take him to the watchers, and see if they'd be nice enough because they can do it too.
As you're talking about this, you hear a big old wham, and then the talking stops.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
It worked.
What did we expect from
I turn around.
I asked first, she gave me thumbs up.
Okay, that's fine.
That's awesome.
Is it gonna bruise?
Oh yeah,
That's
Okay, so
fine. I have little bit of healing.
we can't really take her out in public until that's fixed.
that's all I could have hoped for. From
Look.
Longbeard.
Look,
Alright.
it worked.
Nice.
So out to the bar for preparation for the night.
You guys prepare for the night, and for the sake of expediency, you open the bar. It takes a little bit for people to realize the bar is open again, but
I'll
you
go
do see
out
quite a
and,
few.
light off.
Yep.
Those things.
You do see quite a few regulars pop back in, smiling, happy to see the bar's up and running. Bon beer's going around.
Get
Yep.
in there.
Giving hugs,
Yeah.
shaking hands, smiling. He's telling everybody about how proud he is about his nephew's team. They're all going in for the Guild Pact games.
Mm-hmm.
They're betting pools about your guys' performance in the Guild Pact games.
Can I like just very quietly like slip a silver into they're going to lose?
One
You're
silver.
hedging a bet.
Yes.
1 silver.
Sure, go ahead and mark off a silver.
I
Excellent.
can like last thing
I
before
thought you
Sail
mentioned
goes
that.
to bed, like make sure a pot of something is cooking and warm before he goes, and then like I'd like to try to pull as much foot traffic as possible from the late night crowd.
Go and give me a persuasion check or a performance check, your choice.
I'm gonna use a little bit of magical chutzpah to help, so that's low. 13.
13. That's not a bad roll. So you do get some increase in traffic, though you guys are opening late in the evening.
Yep.
So some people are already a little schloggered. So some of the people you get in, maybe not the crowd you wanted, but they pay plenty of gold and sometimes too much.
That's the point.
Excellent.
That was the crowd I wanted.
Excellent. We wink at Von Beer, yeah.
Guild Pact discount, big letters, magical.
It's not discounted.
No.
They marked it up double the normal price and say they're giving you a 25% discount.
Exactly. But
That's a fucking bargain.
With cheese. Squidward with cheese.
all right. we got like half an hour left. So in the morning, get Thakk,
I'll meet
get
you.
this person to a doctor, get to the Guild Pact games.
For expediency's sake, I'm planning on being there like when you guys wake up. So you don't need to come here.
Also, we could have asked them if they were able to pay, but that's something we can ask
I
them.
don't think
They were-
the deep gnome who's wandering around.
Nasty, covered in dirt,
Yeah.
like clothing.
You never know.
What do you got in your wallet?
You never know, but highly
Yeah.
unlikely.
How much are you willing to pay to not have a
They're
fish tongue
sleeping now,
anymore?
that's all that matters.
Sleeping.
Information about who cursed their tongue?
In fact, I'm gonna find Bastion.
New party member? Hog?
I mean, you could just have
Bastion doesn't.
find somebody to help.
Bastion, here's a screaming lunatic. Your
Fix
mission
it.
today is to go fuck
Bastion, your specialty is magic. Can you cleanse their tongue with fire?
He specifically is like trying to help people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of up his alley if
So
we
we-
ask him to do it.
Not
We
out of his
could-
wheelhouse.
We could send the child off with the cursed person to find help.
Medically.
We give him 5 gold each. Fix him.
Or,
The cursed child with the cursed person.
Yeah.
or we could just have the person stay in the inn and then have Bastion go and find somebody who's able to deal with it.
That might be
Okay.
a better idea. Hey, Bomber, you okay with that?
I
I think he's perfectly capable of knocking them out again.
That was my question.
Pull out a mallet.
Is that the wood mallet or is that the rubber mallet?
Neither.
Use the rubber mallet. What is wrong?
It's the raining mallet. It's the metal one. Holds it up. It's got a metal edge on it.
No!
I healed her. She was fine.
You're gonna move the skull.
You massage it back in place.
It's not.
I can help fix that later.
It's
She can't talk and jaw dislocated.
She can talk. It's just gonna sound really fucked up.
It will be more quiet.
This
Love
is
you.
why.
Ah.
This is why I came here to live with you.
Real problems, real solutions.
I'm just gonna start like whatever
Bubbles needs
Bogbeer,
nothing wrong.
whatever Bogbeer poured us. I'm just gonna start drinking it quicker, quicker and quicker. Oh,
That's how I deal with most problems.
You guys got demons.
oh, funny coming from Mr. Bobo. Here.
With literal demons.
Did you pray today?
It burns when I do.
Oh,
It burns when you pee?
no, pray.
Oh!
Weren't you guys together? Did he pee?
No! We are together, we're just friends.
No, I meant weren't you together when you prayed?
Guild Pact games tomorrow.
We'll never cross the stream, Strix. Like,
Are you trying to get to it this session?
I don't know.
let's get the
I don't
gnome.
think so.
Let's get the gnome the fuck out of here. Alright. Sima. We're gonna ask Bastion to go to the pendant.
Unconscious.
I'm talking to their unconscious body. I don't care.
Sahil had a bit much.
Write a note on their hand.
Bastion's gonna go to the pendant, see if Papa will help, and we're gonna go to the tree. And we're not gonna take more than like an hour and a half at the tree, and then we need to go to the goddamn games. Alright.
Cool.
Push the door open. Thakk! As you're walking up, probably. Oh.
Right? Or
It's the next day.
okay. Well, yeah, I showed up bright and early.
Oh. I open up the door and look around like, where the
I'm
fuck
already,
is Thakk?
I'm already
And
eating
you're
breakfast.
behind
I'm
me.
already eating. I'm already in the
You
tavern.
cooked him the breakfast, and you're like, what?
You like
How did
jump
I-
a bit and spill your
How did I miss you? First of all.
I
It's been
can
a-
smell the alcohol on your breath. Like, you know why?
I am not drunk.
Not anymore.
And I'm not hungover.
Just goes back.
Everybody's
to breakfast.
sitting around the table as Sahil just yells back. Back like, what the fuck? What did I do?
So I was already bright and early eating breakfast at the table before anybody else was up.
You probably watched Sahil go to the door twice to yell your name and be like, why are you already here?
I fucking felt like I got a restful sleep.
Yeah. All right.
Can't wait.
Everybody, hands in.
Better.
I reach impossibly far.
Yeah, you can't do this without a name. You can't do this without a name.
All right, that's the real thing that we need to do before we stream it. We need a team name. We're about to go
We
to
got
like
30 minutes.
We got a guy with a butterfly on his mask.
We do.
It's like smeared and kind of fucked up.
It is weird and kind of
No.
fucked up. It's mostly just really
Wait,
colorful at this
wait.
point.
Idea. Broken wings.
And we're all
I was thinking
we're all
something with wings
yeah,
conferred.
birds. Birds.
Two birds.
Three birds. Yeah, 3 birds.
And that's
Okay,
where
well,
yes.
3 bird, not 3 birds. 3 bird.
excuse me, I only count 2 birds right here. Although your other feathered friend
2 birds, 1 stone.
We should make somebody else's joke, but louder again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's, you
Becca
gotta
is
rock it.
rolling in her gray bread.
I'm sorry, I repeated your joke louder, but
3 bird.
joke, but thank you.
Not 3 bird.
Sorry.
3
You know,
bird.
it's such a good joke that it
Trying to
it needed to be
Wait,
repeated.
These broken wings.
3 bird.
I feel bad for all of you non-avian fellow.
Something with bird. Well, I mean,
Mortality
I-
rate for the
I
alien
really
fellow
like
in this
3
group
bird.
is much higher.
I really like 3 bird. And our motto should be 2 birds, 1 stone.
I don't like any of this.
Wow, you're gonna be like,
One of
the
the
back of
birds.
Six's head starts hurting for some reason. It's like, oh man, I got a headache. It kind of feels like there's some rocks back there.
why don't you want to be like
3 bird.
Yeah,
I personally like broken wings. Also,
that's why I like it.
our goal is to be freeing the
we're
Raven Queen,
champions. Well, we're champions of the Raven Queen.
and also
So
Why does it work? Why does the name work so well?
I'm down with broken wings. I can't.
3 bird. That's my
I
vote.
like 3 bird.
are there any names you want to throw into the pot before we make a vote?
No,
No.
Not 3
Should,
bird.
should we do 3 bird or 3 bird?
I like
Three
3
is
bird.
better. Yeah,
but-
I can
'cause,
agree
you know,
with
Free bird actually sounds better. 3 bird, it's just like, why are they called 3 birds? There's
Three
only
bird?
2.
3 bird makes sense. Mighty 9. There's only 7 of them.
Yeah.
3 bird makes sense. 3 bird is just funny.
Okay, but think of the imagery if we use 3 bird. Like, you can have such great art with that.
Same thing with free bird.
Are
No,
you really talking
What
about
do you mean no?
Hey,
But
Von,
we're gonna
branding?
press for this. Yeah.
oh no, please stop.
We have Von Beard.
We're gonna have matching T-shirts, you motherfucker.
All right.
It's gonna be none of you have read
Pride's
Tokyo
Fall, home of the
Revengers.
free birds.
None of you have read Tokyo Revengers. All of the gangs have like super sick fucking like jackets with like embroidery.
Every
And
time.
one of the gangs comes up with like a cat T-shirt. That's us.
we go to Morgan, like, we finally figured it out. What? Our name. You just,
All right, so the votes are for
Freebird.
Freebird, or Broken Wing.
I go 3 bird.
So wait, Von Beer, would you like to participate in this vote?
No.
I think Von Beer should participate in this vote, considering that he's housed you guys.
He doesn't get to name groups after the bank robbery.
Shut up.
All of them are.
Von Beer gets a vote.
up, don't they?
Von Beer gets a vote. Okay. All in favor of a Freebird. Raise your hand. Three. Raise your hand.
Well,
Free? For the
3.
Three.
The number 3 bird. Raise your hand.
What about? I was thinking 3 birds, but that's fine.
Oh, 3 birds. Fine.
I don't want the S on there. It's funnier if it's 3 bird.
Okay.
Like, why 3 bird?
Okay.
Okay, 3 bird. So
Yeah.
for 3 bird, raise your hand.
I want free bird because more people are likely to go with it, and then we can
Okay,
disagree quietly.
fucking shit,
Okay.
man. Let's just go with that.
3 bird, raise your hand.
3 bird.
For broken rings, raise your hand.
tiebreaker.
Von Beer does get to be the tiebreaker?
Well, he could be the tiebreaker, too.
Oh yeah, you can flip your stance.
Well, do you want to be the tiebreaker?
I was just being funny as the DM.
Okay.
Free bird. Every time we show up in public, somebody's gonna go free bird.
Bold of you to assume that I'm gonna do that every time.
I'm gonna do it. You think I give a
No,
fuck?
I think broken wings is gonna have to be the one for me. because there's just it's gonna be a meme every fucking time, and I don't want to deal with it.
That's. I needed.
Lowlights in character. It's going to be a meme. Everybody's like, huh? What does that mean?
Hold on, let me get my PowerPoint.
New literature.
No, I'm good with either one. Honestly.
I think
Freebird.
Broken Wing, if it's super
Freebird's
the literal everything.
Yeah. Freebird I love because it makes sense and it's the meme. So, but I'm good.
I'm disappointed.
Well, somebody was going to be disappointed.
I didn't think it was gonna be me.
I like Freebird better than Freebird. What can I say?
So, it was going completely opposite and going Broken Wing.
All right. So, the Broken Wing participate in the Guild Pact.
Do we
in
go get the third bird?
X
If
hours?
another bird wants to join, do we have to tell them no because that's the meme?
Yes. No more birds.
No more birds. We have to call it Four-Bird.
That's just DM Andrew saying stop.
If it was cats, we could just say we're at cat castles, but we're not. So
I hate this.
that would be an awesome.
Which part?
Yeah. I didn't like
So-
the bird, and I hate the cat pun.
Broken wing, broken brain.
All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
You're a poor team player.
You also robbed a bank, apparently.
I have a better sense of branding. I can't even say it straight face. All right, Broken Wings. We're getting the gnome taken care of now. Then we're gonna go fight shit. Let's go.
Excellent.
All right, so Bastion goes. All right, I guess I'm going to school.
Please.
Bye. Okay.
Bastion has to go look for the person.
Kiss him.
No, Bash. We asked Bastion if he would mind asking his teacher if they'd be willing to
Oh,
help.
okay, yeah.
And maybe. Should we let them know that the cursing of the tongue could be related to the ascendant and like all that?
I think they're gonna
shenanigans?
figure it out when he says, or sorry, she says.
With a broken jaw. Like, what?
Are we planning on going to the Watchers first or the tree, please? First. I imagine the Watchers would be easier to get to first.
Let's ask the tree's a trip. I've only been there once. It wasn't worth it. Now, the Watchers.
The Watchers.
Por favor.
None of you asked where they were located.
I thought I knew because I'm familiar with their order.
You just. That's like saying I know where Jeff Bezos lives.
I
just
do.
because you have Google, which is not this. No, you just know that they operate in Guild Row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonbeard, you know.
I was about to say, but I have an idea of where they would be.
No,
Just-
they're a fairly small order.
All right.
Like off the top of your head.
Is there a tourist information center somewhere?
Just go to the
No, I don't wanna. We're gonna be late
What's
to the
wrong?
guild games if we go to the tree. That's how much of a trip it is.
Hold the spicy amulet.
No. I was gonna say yes, and then I thought about it.
My
Maybe
thing's
we
gone.
can just deal with it.
Yes.
Can we Guild Pact games?
I mean, we could.
Yeah, but I don't want them to like.
I mean, she's unconscious,
I
right?
mean, we're doing her a favor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, when she's unconscious, Bonbeard can kind of just take care of that again. Like,
All right, we'll just leave the cursed being who's
I'm-
the target of like the negative entity that tried to burn
ask
down
your
the
uncle
house
if he's
in my
worried.
house.
Ask your uncle if he's worried
What
about
would
it.
you like to do then?
Ask your uncle if
Okay,
he's
so you don't
worried.
want to go to the tree. You don't know where the watchers are.
I'd like to try to figure out where
and
they're
you want to
watching.
go to Guild Pact games.
I think we all want to go to the Guild Pact games.
We do.
All of us are strong.
I'm just
Sorry.
trying to time management.
I get
You're
that,
obligated.
but
I am.
I think that
it
it's the
seems
most.
like we have conflicting interests if we don't want to just have her stay.
I see the most time efficient thing would be to just go to the Guild Pact game.
All right, Nomi, my little Nomi.
Her name's Sima.
Sima. Would you mind staying here with Von Veer and being knocked unconscious every now and again while we try to figure out who can fix your mouth?
Bonbeer can try and be gentle.
Would you rather come along and watch the Guild Pact games
No.
or do that?
I'm just gonna slide over a hard alcohol.
One hard alcohol.
One week, please.
She attempts to drink it, but as she is talking, she starts to asphyxiate.
Yep.
She is not looking good.
Yeah.
Probably can't eat
Or drink.
and has been
mean-
like this for days.
It sounds like we can try to figure out.
Von Veer kind of just goes, all right, so you guys have things to do. I will take care of it, one way or another.
Thank you, Von Beer.
Please. Just. I know you guys can do great things. I know you can. And I believe that you will do great things, but this is an important step, and you cannot be sitting here thinking about her. I will take care of it. I will see you at the games. I will cheer for you. I have money on you. Please do well. Yes, Bobo.
I should have bet on us.
If we're looking for things to do, and I do have troll blood, and I know that we have Redcap's teeth.
And fairy dragon scales.
Nobody knows how to use alchemist tools.
Yes,
Except
that's
for
why I was
maybe
like, if we're going into a battle. We can go talk to somebody with healing potions, and
Like maybe
all
we
the
should
ingredients
go.
for
Carpentry so we could break
Should
into a
maybe-
Those take months to brew.
oh,
I think maybe we should
Quack.
go check in with Morgan first.
If I had known that you would had that on hand, I would have started it. But even if I had gotten it, like when you got it yesterday, it won't be ready for a while.
already. Never mind. Then.
All
I
right.
think let's go check in with Morgan at the games. Like we're checked in, and then can be released to do what we will until it's time to go.
I lead the merry procession.
The merry procession.
All right, fuckers, come on.
You guys walk through. Maybe some of you feeling jitters, some of you just wishing this to be over with, others excited to be part of the spectacle. You walk up to the Guild Trade Promenade, and in the center of it, there's actually this very large coliseum. You know that there are monthly games that happen here.
Ah.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks for the 200
Well,
bits.
thank you. Bobber's weekly donation.
Thank you, Bobbert.
Is large sandstone pavilion, and as you're walking up, you actually see two massive figures on the top. There is one gargantuan sphinx, one gargantuan dragon.
Mhm.
There's Judge Asperia and Mizit himself are lounging on top and peering down inside.
Nice. We got Azorius and Azet.
Nice.
You guys make your way in. You realize that there is a section where there are quite a few people in fighting gear, and they're off to the side and slowly getting checked in, like the roll call.
I should get like armor.
Say, like, I kind of wanted to get like a black. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wanted to get like a black cape and something that would just not be a red cape like I have. That's kind of identifiable.
You just
You're gonna wear two capes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's more noticeable.
lifted cloak.
You can just.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wearing
It's
like,
like
a
purple, right?
sparkly. I imagine the cloak of gliding to be like dark blue, but kind of glittery.
On the one side, yes, but on the inside, it's a very light blue. It catches.
Okay. I see. And then I was just gonna cloak up and have a colorful mask.
All right, you tie dye your mask.
And
It was already painted all
I'm
butterfly.
joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. Don't worry.
and can we get you a bowler hat?
I suppose if you want to get a bowler hat, I would wear it.
Mark off a copper.
Alright.
It's not even a good bowler hat. It's one of those bad child ones that you get.
It's like his papa.
Bowler
hat
potato,
guy.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you guys get in line and get ready, they are marking people off, and you hear them. Some people are either handing in the registration forms and getting set up. Other people are naming off whoever their sponsor is, and eventually it takes you guys about 20 minutes to get through the queue. But it's up to you guys, and they just go like, forms or sponsor?
Morgan,
Morgan Lemaine.
Lemaine.
Oh. We left the name to be determined? Do you guys have a name that you've decided on?
Yes, we do.
The
Three.
broken wings.
Seems a little bit of tension. Freebird?
Broken wings.
Sorry, Broken Wings?
Freebird!
That was an actual Andrew slip up. That wasn't that character.
Broken wings.
Broken Wings. All right, she notes that down in there. Goes, all right, you guys have already been paid for. Please do not, once the games start, do not commingle with anybody else in here. But before the games start, you are more than available to. You can mingle, you can talk, you can trade, whatever you would like to do. But you will notice that there are sectioned out rooms for each team. Once the game starts, you are not to be privy to what has happened, so you're supposed to be in those rooms at all times.
Okay.
Can we go find ours and like set up shop?
In fact, as you guys are looking around for your room, you see that there are, some of these rooms have sponsors waiting on the outside. And as you're walking around, you see Morgan. She's sitting very like rigid and kind of just
Hoping we show up.
Morning, Morgan. How you doing?
hello.
9, 10 a.m. right?
About 10 a.m. for you guys. Hello. It is nice to see you all.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for today's games?
Sure.
Yes. I'm gonna make sure that she knows that I'm like normal again. I think last time she saw me, I was brain dead.
So we fixed Thakk. I'm very sorry that I didn't make it to the meeting that they had with you. I actually showed up shortly after you had left and spoke to the receptionist, and they let me know that you weren't there anymore.
I went and got some sleep. I figured today was going to be an important day.
Yes.
We all got some sleep.
He looks much better.
I feel much better.
You have an idea of how much time we have before the group of us needs to leave and go out and do a thing?
The games will be starting in a couple hours. They are going to bring you all out to the top, so you can. There's going to be a bit of a session.
So that means Thakk will have enough time to explain this, and I'll pull out the amulet.
I was gonna wait till after the games to talk to Morgan about this.
We have several hours in a room with her.
2 hours.
Are you gonna leave? We can.
I'm
do
here
this
to
later.
check you in,
Okay.
and I can speak for a little bit, but I do need to get up towards the boxes.
This is a long conversation. I think it's best saved for after we win.
As
Also,
he's
I've
holding
already
out the
looked at
amulet, I want to put like my hand on it and just like touch it.
It feels like normal metal to you.
Okay.
I look at Sail and I tell him I'm okay now if you don't want to hold on to it anymore, but if you want to keep it, that's fine.
I think it hasn't talked to me,
Okay.
so I should hold on.
That's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Conversation for another time, Morgan. Anything, I don't know what you're allowed to say and do as our sponsor, but is there anything you can tell us about some of the other groups you've seen?
We need to worry about.
Well, this is not a direct competition. You guys are looking for the approval of the guild masters themselves, so you will not be competing head to head with any of them. That said, what you should know is that these trials are devised in such a way that it is difficult to get the sign off on all three.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been split into 3 trials with 3 guilds heading each trial.
Azorius, is it, and
No, actually, it'll be Azorius, Orzhov, and Rakdos.
Interdasting. Okay.
That is ours. It is a... Well, it's not really ruining anything for you to know. It's political questions and ideals. The others have split themselves up and have created their own tasks that we are not privy to.
Mm-hmm.
And your goal is to complete the task in such a way that you gain favor with as many of them as you can. It is possible to gain all 3, but it will be difficult. So that is kind of the nature of it.
Try to impress. How many do we have to impress to get our Guild Pact license?
Half.
Half?
You only need 5.
5? And there's how many?
10.
Well, in this case, there's 9, but that is the other thing I've waited to tell you until now. It is traditional that the Demir make a showing after the games.
Yeah, it checks out. Yeah.
So there will be opportunities for you to pick up an extra vote if you need it. If you've already passed, then you may not need it at all and you can disregard.
Is there a benefit to winning over more than the 5, or if we are secure with the 5, is it more beneficial to stop?
You will not.
Not gonna hurt.
It's not going to hurt to gain more. In fact, the higher you are as far as how many votes you get, you'll probably get better jobs out of it.
Okay.
I, after this, will be your liaison with the Guild Pact. So we will still be in contact, but it will not be with me as an Azorius member. I will still be your sponsor, but simply as someone to confide to, ask advice of, and how to maneuver politically.
Okay.
Basically, I'm your clerk.
Any last minute advice?
Don't suck.
Both of those are applicable.
Win.
Consider
If you're a clerk, do you have good for sale? Not that kind.
Oh.
Like,
Mhm.
I guess I wouldn't be technically the kind of clerk that I am either, would it? I'm a store clerk, kind of.
Yes, the bagman.
Yeah, technically sometimes.
And she smiles. Last minute advice would be to play to each other's strengths. These are designed in such a way that it will be physically challenging as well as mentally and morally in some cases. So figure out where your party line is and what your roles are, and let yourselves participate in those roles.
I'm going to give her not like a bow, but a aggressive nod and say thank you for everything. like a lower nod, but not necessarily a bow.
You said aggressive.
I know. You know what
I understand.
and just
You thought about bowing first. It was
tell
like,
her to. I just thank her for everything she's done. I know we haven't been most pleasant.
Sometimes.
Thank you for sticking with us. We will see this through to the best of our ability.
I'm sure you will. Well, good luck. Try to impress and have fun.
Thanks, Morgan.
Alright, so-
No, I'm. Yesterday was a long day.
It seems to be that way with you guys most of the time.
Are we talking about the game?
nope.
We'll celebrate
not-
after we win.
The celebrations.
Go inside our room.
If you'd like to, you can also mingle. But I think that might just be a good time to call it for today. So, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time watching these chucklefucks yell at each other for the last 4 hours.
There's a good amount of yelling at each other today.
Oh, man. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. If you're on Twitch, give us a follow, give us a sub. That'd be really cool. If you're over on the Tube Skis, then go ahead and drop us a sub and drop us a like. We'd love it. Thank you very much. Kisses. And if you want to talk with us some more, you can always hop on our Discord. We have a public Discord channel that you can come hang out. And yeah, we love you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.